Hello everyone and welcome to your regular Wednesday night stream on Laurence Plays, where we're going to be doing some more Satisfactory. And it's been a couple of weeks since I played any of this because last week was show week, so I wasn't around. But I remember that I got quite a lot done last week. I felt like I was in a really good position and I was really looking forward to carrying on with it. Because I've started building this facility down here underneath me. And this is, well, as you can see, it's got this is following my usual sort of styles of design. So let's fly down and have a quick look at it. Hello, Peter. Welcome. And for some reason, that chat window isn't on top of everything else. Let's fix that. There we go. Now I can see. Now I can see who's talking to me. Hello, Peter. Welcome to the stream. And so yes, down here I have my. This is what's becoming my sort of standard setup system for. Well, for satisfactory outposts. And down here on the ground floor. Well, I say ground floor. It's miles above the ground. But we've got a good set of a nice set of stations over here to bring in all of the various resources we need as inputs, and then they're brought up and put onto a vertical bus system over here where they can be passed off to wherever they're needed. And then because there was so much, I think up here, I think this is all supposed to be making the reinforced frames. I suspect that's making screws. Okay, is this all just making screws? This is all just making screws up on this mezzanine floor, and then they're being shipped downstairs in massive quantities, or at least they will be once I put in all the appropriate belts, to be then made into the presumably into the frames, which we're then going to make into bigger and better frames all the way through. So there's lots of machines going on down here. It's going to take me a little while to work out what everything is supposed to be doing and make sure I've got my head around everything again, because as I said, it's been a little while since I've played. But I don't think it's going to take too long, and then I can carry on. And I've scrolled down all my notes here that telling me how to make these fused mod frames apparently, and so I should be able to get on with that. Slap the machines in reasonably quickly and get everything up and running. So the music that was playing is, well, I searched for satisfactory music on YouTube, and I got something that I think isn't just music that is reasonably satisfactory, but music that actually is from this game. So that's what it, at least in theory, is. I don't know if I could find it again. It's just an MP3 on my computer now, but yes, that's what it's supposed to be anyway. So maybe down here, maybe these guys are making the... Yes, here we go, reinforced iron plates. So this is taking in iron plates and lots of screws. So we've got machines along here that are making those iron plates, feeding them through into these machines, and then we can bring down the tons of screws from up here that are required. They're going to flow all the way along the bottom of here, go into these things to make the reinforced iron plates. Now I did notice that up here, the screw production is split into two sections. And I'm wondering if that's because I need screws for something else. Reinforced plates. Yes, it is. So after making the reinforced plates, you need to make them into modular frames, which require just rods by the looks of it. And then you need to make those into heavy modular frames, which requires even more screws. And that's why there's a second set of machines up here for screwing around. Okay, nice. So this is all, so far as at a brief glance, this all seems to be just making stuff out of iron. Yes, this is all just iron at this point. I'm going to bring in other metals or other things at some point, because we're going to need them eventually. But at the moment, well, at the moment we've just got the iron. Well, we haven't even got the iron being brought in, but we've just planned the iron so far. And as I say, there will be more. If you can't find it, Peter, remind me on Discord, and I'll see if I can dig up the MP3 and send it over to you, or send you a link or something like that. Because yeah, happy to help. Right, so yes, that's going to be the iron, and that's going to be everything up to making the words are hard. The reinforced plates. Right. So then we need to make the modular frames. Now I believe those are. Let's check this before I get it wrong. I believe these are just the reinforced plates and then a load of rods. That's this bunny. Yes, there we go. So my reinforced plates, is that all of them? Yes, all of these are going to go straight into modular frames, but we also need 4 constructors making rods to go into 5 assemblers making modular frames. That's kind of unhelpful because there's not going to be a particularly easy way to balance that. I suppose I could just put. I've got 5 belt. No, I've got 3. Oh, and the other side, yeah. So I've got 3 machines making reinforced plates, and I'm going to have 4 machines making rods, all going into 5 machines making the modular frames. So that's definitely going to be a fun balancing job. I think I might just rely on the fact that the belts in this game are crazily fast. Like over here, if we look at the, let's just expand that. There we go. So the rods are made at 15 per minute, which isn't a huge number. So 4 machines making those is only going to be 60 per minute. I can do maths, turns out. And we've easily got we've got belts that are capable of doing hundreds per minute. So all right. Let's just merge them all together, put them on a single fast belt, and then split them all back out again. What could possibly go wrong? Right, let's get on with that then. So, first job is to make 4 construction machines that are going to be taking in iron ingots and making rods. So, we will need some construction machines, or constructors specifically. And they're going to need to have a little... Actually, where's my... Okay, so all of the... Right. Okay. So all the doohickeys, the plates that we're making, are going to be coming out of these machines up here, out of these splitters. They're going to all eventually end up down in this one. So those can come out over here somewhere. That one will probably need rotating. So because of that, I'm going to put these right over sort of at this end, this sort of extreme over here, and then have the iron. The iron can come out along here and feed them all. So we need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. That pylon needs to be in a different place because that's going to be in the way. So let's just straight up get rid of that for now because it's not powering anything at the moment. And then I will need a belt. What are you? You're a 3. Okay, 3 will probably do. Actually, let's not do that yet. Let's take you. You're a splitter. So put in that. I don't suppose. No, you're going to. You're bringing in screws. I was going to say I don't suppose this is already iron plates, is it? Because that'd be really convenient. It's not, but it would be convenient. I want to leave a gap between them just for the sake of sanity, if nothing else. We'll put one there. One there. There, and I don't technically need one on the end, but it sort of feels nice for sort of neatness and completeness. So this bottom one here is the iron, so I can bring that out into this splitter, and then along here I just feed all these splitters directly into the machines thereby, so that's really easy to do. Like this. And a nice tidy gridded construction like that. Then on the other side, we will use conveyor mergers and... merger, that one. No, I've forgotten how to play the game. We'll put you this way round over here. And then this one goes this way. This way and that way and this way and that way, as I say. There we go. And once again, I can use belts. And tier 3 seems to be a pretty good tier for this. I know I don't actually need that splitter there, but or merger there rather. But it feels nice. It makes the pattern feel complete. So I'm sort of okay with having being slightly wasteful with resources, especially at this sort of stage where everything's so cheap. Right, you guys are all going to be making iron rods, so we can copy, paste, paste, paste. And the iron will flow in. These will all make huge quantities of iron rods, which will all go down, come off this belt, the belt at the end over here. And as I've said, that's going to be about 60 coming out. And the belt I've put in is capable of running at 270 per minute, so it's easily fast enough. It's a bit overkill, if I'm being honest, but that's fine. No such thing as overkill, only open fire and time to reload, as they say. So, next up, we then need to have, it was 5 assemblers that are going to make the modular frames. So an assembler is not that one, but that one, the other way round. And then I'm going to need a little bit of a... Actually, let's put down a little bit more infrastructure first. So we're going to have splitters along here that are going to be splitting off the rods that are coming through, like that. And then this one has to go that way round. Oh wait, no, I need to put in the assemblers in now. So that's got me that distance. Now I am going to want to have the other things that are required for these coming in and dropping off the top as well. So I need to leave enough space for a belt to drop down. And I don't really... I mean, I could use elevators, but I'd rather... Actually, that could look quite neat, actually. If I put that if I put that machine there, and then put an elevator on there like that, and then another splitter on there. I'm gonna draw this first and make sure it works before I build too many of them, because I've learned that lesson the hard way. Yeah, that doesn't work, so that's not going. So I can't do that. This would need to be a bit further out for that bend to be suitable. Out of curiosity, could I have a belt go from up there to down there? Yes, I could, but not from there to. If I remove that, I don't think it's going to be able to go from up here to down there. No, that's just weird. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we'll have to pull this disassemble the assembler, and then put it back in again, but a bit further away this time, like maybe like that. So there we go. That's perfectly lined up there. Can I just put a belt straight across like that, and then a belt from the top one over into that one like that? Yeah. You know what? I think I'm okay with that design. Yeah. I think that's fine. I don't need to use an elevator for that. It's small enough. Okay, so then across here I will need more assemblers. So we need oh, and I've run out of cables. Okay, I did know that was going to happen. I can see over there on the right hand side that it's showing me how many cables I've got, and when I started I realised that I wasn't going to have enough for this. So that means it is time to use the silly cannon. So I'll come back over here, hop in this thing. I don't know why I'm so short of cables. I assume... Oh dear, I'm using the wrong jetpack. There we go. Swift change of trousers in the air. No, or a backpack, rather. And then over here, I can come over and get an enormous quantity more cables. I'm not sure where they've all gone. I don't think I could have used 200 of them in cabling the place up. Could I? Maybe I could have done. I'm not sure. Right, so in here, you are nothing, apparently. Oh, your wires going into another assembly machine over there. So that'll be cables in this one. So I'll drop in here. I can have... Well, I need 284, so let's take 600. And that's how 800. That's how numbers work, right? I don't think I need to mirror the belts. Oh, they do need to go in the opposite direction, though. Yes, that's true. Yeah, okay, maybe. Yeah, depending on which bit of mirroring you mean, or which sort of other siding you mean. Yes, yeah, I need to make sure all the splitters point the opposite way. That's very true. Incoming. Whoop. And touchdown. Lovely. Right, now I switch jetpacks back over again. It's a shame you don't have a general purpose one that does both, but never mind. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're talking to me about aesthetics. That's never a good plan. 1, 2, 3. I said 5, didn't I? Yes, I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. No, I think I'd like this to be not symmetrical is the wrong word, but I'd like to copy it all the way along and just make it look the same everywhere. So that again is going to have an input on that. Input on that side, that's the bottom one, and it's going to feed out this way, so that's fine. Put that there. I'll put in the bottom row first, and then I'll put in the upper row, because otherwise I'll get confused somewhere in the sort of the placing things, and it'll just go horribly wrong, and I'll get very sad. So that goes there. Yeah, lining things up is a level of aesthetic I can just about cope with. It's about my limit, but yeah, I can just about manage that. I feel like I want to put one more in the correct distance away, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the correct distance is. Let's put in another one of these machines and then pull it just to use as a measuring device, and then I'll pull it up afterwards. So this would then go there, because you never know, I might need another one. Oh, I'm too far away from any sources of power. Right. Okay. Let's fix that problem. No, you're full. You had room. Somewhere had room, I know, because I brought a cable over before and then said, nope, that's in the way of everything. So I'll put you there. And then we'll run a line from there to, I guess, over here, just to make it a little bit easier for me to carry on flying around, really. So those are going to be going in there. Those also should be going in there. So I need a belt from there to... No, not there. Silly game. Try it again, but do it right this time. Yes, there we go, in that side, that's much better. So I could go in there, and then along here, this is the wrong way round. Grumble, grumble. Okay, let's get rid of that then. And I want a merger over here. That's no, a merger. Yep, that one. And I want it to feed out that way. Unfortunately, this means I need to pull that out and that out in order to link it up properly, because the game isn't smart enough to relink things nicely for you. But never mind, easy enough to fix. And then from here, I want to link that one. Oh, I haven't put it in yet. Over here, I want to split it like that. Yeah, taking in from this side, and then belt. Actually, let's use a 3 here just in case. I don't think I really need a 3, but I'd rather spend the steel and have a belt that works rather than have one that doesn't. Okay, all the way along there, and then 3 along the backbone. You know what? At both levels, let's just go along here and get everything linked up while I'm at it. I don't know where that went, but it wasn't the right place. There and there and there. Ooh. No. There and there. Yeah, I am quite pleased with the general neatness of this build. Actually, it's coming together quite nicely. And belts again over here. Right, I want to go from there to there and there to there. La 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 la. Yeah, I do have little nods to aesthetics and neatness and things. Like, for example, all my my builds tend to have supporting walls in them like that. They're not just completely floating in the air. And maybe at some point, maybe at the end, if and when I ever complete the game, or at some point if I just feel like I want to, maybe I'll go around and actually turn some of these into buildings a little bit by putting in a few extra walls here and there, just to make the whole thing feel a lot more solid and functional, really. That might be quite nice. So what are we making here? Is this modular frame? No, this is heavy modular frame. Have I got this wrong? No, this is just straight up modular frames. Okay. Yeah, reinforced iron plates and iron rods. Okay, good. I was getting a bit ahead of myself and trying to get onto trying to think about heavy ones already, but no, that's going to require more inputs to be brought in. So that's not just an iron thing. I sort of want, you know what? I think I want to get this part of the factory running. So let's do that next. So if I drop down over here, have I put a train in this station? No, I don't think I have. So if I come over here, let's just check timetable. Anything? Oh dear, this is not a nice user interface. No, I have a nitrogen train, but not. I don't think I've put in an additional iron train for this one yet. So let's do that. Because I think at this point I might discover that I need a lot more iron mining and refining and defining and so on. So no, not there. No, not there either. Ah, go away. Let's make a. There we go. That's the button I was trying to press. The problem with playing too many different factory games somewhat simultaneously is it gets a little bit the control systems get a little bit confusing. So put you there and a freight car there, and I would like to configure this locomotive. So I want you. What do we want you to do? You're called train, are you? Well, you can be iron for. Where are we? Fuse frames. It says so. So we want you to go to iron pickup. Probably iron pickup 2, since there doesn't seem to be an iron pickup 1 anymore. Let's pick that one. Add that to the list and see if there's anywhere else to go to for iron. No, it does just seem to be iron drops from there on out. Good. Okay, so that's sort of good. Then I want you to go to iron drop fuse frames like that. And when you get here, I want you to want the freight wagon to be fully unloaded and to have had a wait of 15 seconds. Fine. So save that. Save that. Turn on self-driving and get out of the train. While I think about it, let's check this freight platform is an unloader. It is not. Now it's an unloader. So, with any luck, that train will bimble off down the line there, behind the plastic train. It'll go to those stations down there. That's my iron pickup area, I believe. Or one of those two is, anyway. It'll pick up some iron from there, and it'll come back over here, and then all of this factory will leap into action, apart from the bits that I haven't plugged in yet. and it'll be spectacular, and everything will be amazing and work like a dream. How many of you believe me when I say that and think it will like go remotely as smoothly as I'm suggesting? Actually, I have to admit, my biggest concern at the moment isn't so much about the train systems. It's about whether I've got enough iron being made over there, or whether we're going to be starving the entire factory of it now. And if we do, I know how to fix it. It's what I did with the copper before. So previously with copper, I've got multiple. Stop it! I've got multiple copper mines that are all bringing copper ingots to a central station that's somewhere over there, I think, and then it's being unloaded. Over there? Oh, I can't remember. Somewhere over there, I think. It's all being unloaded from there into a single station, and then many trains can pick up from that single station. It means it just sort of consolidates it all in one place, because I don't have an LTN or a train limits system available where I can say, yes, have any train go to any iron train, any iron pickup train can go to, or any iron train can go to any iron pickup station. That's got enough iron in it for it to be worth going to. You have to send them to a specific station, and so that means that we're having to do it as I've demonstrated. You have to have a sort of a consolidating station somewhere in the middle, and that might well be my iron train coming in. Let's find out. I mean, it's going to go past and then loop back in, isn't it? So I won't be able to tell quite so easily. No, it's gone straight past and gone off somewhere else. Okay, no iron for me for a little while then. In that case, let's think about what comes next. So I've got the modular frames. Where's my pen? There's my pencil. Let's continue to sort of doodle on here to show the bits I've dealt with. Right, so all of that is done. According to this, I've drawn a line around encased beams. I don't remember making encased beams. I don't remember even bringing in thinking about concrete. No, everything's coming off the bottom. Oh no, I take it back. There's something coming off 2 and 3 here. Okay, so these are going to have to be steel and concrete on these two. I better get those set up as well. And that's coming over here where these are making my encased industrial beams. They're just going out into this splitter here because at this point I didn't know what to do with them. Those are going to need to be brought a mile forwards. I don't know why I did them first. Exactly where I'm going to... I'll just run the belt down the side of it, obviously. That's not too much of a complication. And those and the modular frames I've just been doing go into a manufactory, along with even more screws, in order to make the heavy modular frame. So actually, I'm very, very nearly there. So let's come over here, and let's put down that manufactory, or manufacturer, as it seems to be actually be called. And you know what? I'm going to stick it on the end of this row here, so I don't use up too much space, and maybe a little bit further back. So let's think about that as a position for it. So I'm going to need to bring the modular frames out from here, and they're going to have to come around here and go into the back of this machine. Now I could just send them down underneath the floor, bring them over, and then pop them back up again. That might be the easiest way to do it, to be honest. Because then the other two things that are coming in, well, one's coming from those machines tucked in the back over there, and one's coming from these machines up here. So those can come in basically anywhere I want them to. So there's plenty of room for those. However, even so, especially if I just move this a little bit further that way. There we go. That's room to bring a belt through here, and it'll look quite nice. Then what happens next? We then have one machine making the fused modular frames. But that's going to require large numbers of aluminium cases that are going to need to come from somewhere as well, and nitrogen. Oh wait, we need steel pipes for these heavy modular frames as well. I forgot those. Okay, so let's put this here. We'll bring a steel belt over from somewhere. How many machines do I need making steel pipes? 2 of them. Yeah, I can fit 2 constructors in behind here easily enough. And that'll just sort of mean I don't end up taking up space, wasting too much space. So I think, yes, that's quite a good place. Yeah, let's go with that. Puff. These things are a wee bit bigger. And then I'll need another one of these immediately afterwards for the actual modular frames. But I'll need to be making only 2 machines for making the aluminium cases. That's not too bad. So yeah, we'll put another one of these in sort of a little bit further down the line over here, like that. And then we'll try and bring in everything we need for that. So, You are going to be making, I said heavy, yes, heavy modular frames. Okay, no problem. You are going to be making fused modular. Have I got the wrong machine for this? I've got the wrong machine for this. What do you make fused modular frames in then? Fused modular frame is made. Oh, it's made in a blender, not in a. Okay, well, not you then. Probably because it'll be because it needs fluids, and the manufacturer is just plays with solids. So I would like a blender, one of them, which I can't afford because I'm missing a lot of stuff for that. Okay, well let's add that onto my shopping list, and then I'll go back and get the parts for that at some point soon. So let's be organised about this. So over here we've got the modular frames coming out. So let's whack in some mergers along here, just to get them along. So that one goes there and there, 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 there. That's not a belt. That's a belt. Belt goes there, there, there. Using tier 2 belts, so this is again is massively overkill, but I've got the resources. I seem to have plenty of resources for them, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Ooh, look, stuff's starting to come through. I saw a thing on the belt. Yes, look, we've got reinforced iron plates coming through. Lovely. Things are starting to work. So that means over here we have a huge quantity of screws pouring out of out of these machines up here that are making screws, funnily enough. It's got loads of screws coming out of there. Those can pour down here. We've got iron plates coming out of here, going into these machines to be made into the reinforced plates. And then, so that means over here, oh yes, and we've got iron ingots coming in here to be made into the rods, which are not going anywhere because I missed a belt over here. Oops. So let's put that one in. Yeah, that's the bottom tier. So that goes from there to there. Feed all of those through there like that. And yeah, we can start making stuff. Awesome. Well, I'll come back and make sure those belts all seem to be happy in a few minutes. Right, so we want to go through that gap over there. So let's build you out to there. No, on the ground. Oop, on the ground, please. There we go. And then over to here. And then to there. Lovely. So I think that should just work. These should be getting all of the inputs they need. We should get our modular frames coming down this belt over here, going into this machine, which needs quite a bit of stuff. So the encased industrial beams, as I said, they're coming from over yonder. The steel pipes I will need to make on site. So that's going to be a couple more of these constructors. So let's put them in. Yeah, we'll line them up with those ones over there. Why not? And I'll put these right over on the edge of the world, like that. There and there. So those can make the steel pipes. So I'll need to bring in some steel. That means I'm going to need a merger on. Well, I'm going to need a merger on the output like that. And I'm going to need a splitter on the input. Don't know what you're lining up with. Like that to bring the steel in. And that and that. When there's only two machines, I don't feel quite the same need to make them all line up, to make them all exactly the same and have all of the and have multiple splitters and things in. I don't know why. It's probably some weird quirk of my psychology, should we say. There we go. Yep, there's a couple of frames coming through. Nice. My biggest concern at this point is whether we're going to have enough iron coming in, whether we're going to fall out of the sky, whether we're going to have enough iron coming in from this belt over here. Is that tier 5 belt or whatever it is? What are you? Yeah, is this Mark 5 belt of iron coming in going to be sufficient, and is everything going to be happy and speedy? And it looks like it is, because everything's moving fairly sort of jerkily at the moment, and that's a good sign that's a sign that everything is running sufficiently. So I'm yeah, pleased with that. So yes, over here, what tier are you? You're at Mark 2. That's fine. Let's bring you to. I want to run you up through that gap, so let's bring you to there. And then over here like this. Okay, I didn't quite get the gap right, but Never mind. Straight up through here. And then into there. And is that all three, or was there? No, there's a fourth thing. There's the screws as well. Of course, there is. So we're going to have the screws come in here. What height do I want to be at? About this high, I think. And I'm going to find I don't have any of those, or of those. Steel. Okay, tier 3 it is then. All right, let's try that again. Go away. Tier 3 belt it is. And it's pointing in the right direction. Yes, it is. So I want to come up to about here. And we'll then use a tier 3 belt as well. Now, what's going on with these mergers? Where is the output one? No. None of them have an output. What's going on? How does this even work? Oh, it's over. Oh, here's the output. Right, okay, we don't want that. So I'm going to come along here. I'm going to have to pull up all of this, because all of this is pointing in the wrong direction now, given the way I've now designed it. This is why it makes sense to try and design your whatever it is you're trying to build before you start putting the resources in, because then you don't have to go along and pick up a load of stuff that's got, well, piles and piles of screws on it. So, but never mind. This isn't going to be too bad to fix. So over here, we want this to be yes. These are all going to be mergers. That one's going to point that way. This one is going to point this way, I think. Yes. As are all the rest of them. Like that. And then I come along here. Let's use belt 3s, just because I know I just have this feeling that screws are very, very high throughput items. So I want to use higher tier belts, and I mean these are probably higher tiers than they actually need to be, but I'd rather go too high than too low with this. So that goes from there all the way. Oh, wow, it reaches. Excellent. Let's go straight all the way over there like that, and I can come over here and hopefully I can just chuck all of these screws that I picked up back into the machine. Yeah, there we go, and that's cleared them all out of my inventory. Right, lovely. So we're nearly there. Just need to get steel coming in here now. I say nearly there for nearly there for this particular part of the construction. So those two are now programmed for steel. Also going to need electricity, of course. So there's nothing on that one. So bring power over to there, and from there, and also come on, clip. There we go, to there like that. That means the screws can pour in, so can the frames. Right. So now I just need to bring a supply of steel over to here. That's going to need a elevator. So over here, let's get some steel in, because otherwise I'm going to get confused. So over here, what do you're making? Yeah, steel is the second one. But you know me. If I don't go and get this set up, I'm going to get that wrong. Where does steel actually come in? Okay, steel comes in from this one. So we need to come down here and call this steel drop. Steel drop for fused whatever. Steel drop for fused frames. For fused, sure. Steel drop fused fram. Oop. Fram. Oh no, frame. Okay, frame fits. I'm happy with that. Right, now let's try and put in another train. Let's see if we can manage that. I don't know if I've got the bits for this. No, that'll be transport. Of course, it's transport. Oh yeah, seems to be all right. We've got quite a lot of stuff for this actually. So put a locomotive there, a freight car in there, and now I want to set you up. We would like you to let's see. We want you to go to steel pickup. I've got a steel drop but no steel pickup, which is always entertaining. Or I've got a steel drop before a steel pickup. That's okay. I don't see steel pickup. Steel drop. Oh, steel pickup. There it is. And we want you to go to steel drop for fused there. And when you get to steel drop for fused, we want you to do the freight wagon is completely unloaded and wait for 15 seconds. Save that. Turn on self-driving. Get out of the train. And off it goes. Whoosh. And then once again, this needs to be an unloading station like that. Okay, so that's my steels. I don't need to steal myself any further. This one then, so the third level is concrete, I'm pretty sure. Yes, we've got concrete coming out over there. So let's come back down here. Like this. And this next station is concrete drop for fused. For fuse, I guess fuse will have to do. Fused is a long word, and we don't like long words in this game. Then down here, we need to make another train. So let's keep doing this. I say I do seem to have a decent number of parts for these. So no, I don't. Famous last words. Okay, well, never mind. I can get a little bit further. However, I am going to need some more trains for this. So let's say I'm going to need another two. I think I'm going to need another 2 trains. So I'll put 3 on the shopping list. There we go. That should give me a little bit. So now over here, we said steel is the second tier up, and it's over here that I need steel. Okay. Actually, that's not too bad. We can bring a belt out from there, jump it onto the top of here. From there, we can then bounce to here. From there, we can we'll have to then go up onto the top of here, I think. Can we go onto the top of here, please? Yes, that's right. Nope, that's wrong. Yes, like that. Then I'll put in an elevator matron over here. Yeah, that's going to clip. Okay, we'll remove that. Remove that. Put in a splitter over here like this, and it's going to pull in from this side. In fact, if I put it a little bit further away, if I put it here, I think that'll work. It's going to be a little less pretty than it would otherwise have been, but I think I'm okay with that. So we're putting a lift there that's about, judging height is difficult. I want you to be about that high, I think. There we go, lovely. And so that means we can then run this conveyor belt from there into the lift, like that. And then down here, that one goes in there, that one goes to there. Okay, it's not quite as lovely as some of the other stuff I've been building, but I'm okay with it. It'll bring the resources over to where they're needed. In hindsight, maybe it would have looked slightly neater to have put these 2 machines in down here, just as part of this row, and then have this bring it over at this higher level, and then go straight into it, and then drop down and feed it in. In fact, you know what? Let's do that. It'll look slightly nicer. So let's remove that. I want to put in 2 more constructors along here. Yes, that way around. 1, 2. Then I want to put in these splitters by them like this. Like that. There we go. And I want to remove that belt and have that feed down from there into there, which can then feed into there, there, there. And you guys, what do you mean? What are you even making? Oh yes, steel pipes. I remember. Steel pipe from you, and a steel pipe from you. And then on the other side, we'll just carry on with the sort of the merger lines along here. So you're merger. There we go. Yeah, feeding out to that side. And yeah, that's correct. And belt. 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 Now I just need to get that over to here. So I guess I put in... Right, firstly, actually, let's rotate that. So 7. Lift. Elevator like that. And elevator like that, I suppose. This is going to be a little bit... slightly convoluted belt coming across the top here, but that's alright. I think that's okay. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. Actually, this, in hindsight now, that means that all of this should have been moved a little bit closer to these machines, and that splitter at the bottom. Could have been a different way round. And you know what? I'm just going to rebuild all of this in the interest of neatness. So having said I don't do aesthetics earlier, or I'm not very good at aesthetics. Well, I suppose it still might be that I'm not very good at aesthetics. I'm just spending a bit more time trying to make it all prettified. So we want a splitter here, and yeah, we'll bring in from the back side like that. That works. So put that there, and then the belts are easy because they just go like. Oh wait, no, hang on, no, this is all wrong. Being an idiot. I don't need any of this. This is making the those were for making the steel pipes, so I don't need any of that. It's just straight over here where I need it. So I've kind of got the screws in the way now. What if I elevator and come out the other side? Oh yeah, that could work. So let's get rid of that. I'll put my elevator in here. Point it that way. Then we take our belt out of here. Touch on. Hang on, where are my pipes going? Oh, they're coming from over there. Right, okay. So we'll go to there. We'll just do that in one. Yeah, we could just do that in one hop. If I rotate that elevator around, like that. And then from here to here? Yeah, that actually works. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. That's much better. Okay, now we just need some steel to row, and I need to plug everything in again. Power lines from there to there, there to there. Right, those are now working, making our pipes. Pipes come out, pipes go in here. I don't seem to be getting any. Oh, I haven't got any concrete coming in. That's why. Okay, that's fine. Problem understood, at least. So over here, yeah, we've filled up with modular frames, filled up with screws. The steel pipes are on their way. Yes, here they come. So now we have steel pipes coming in. So now the only thing that's remaining for this particular part of the build is the concrete, and I need to set up and create another train for that. I've got a concrete supply somewhere, I think. I think I've got a concrete supply. I've certainly got plenty of things using concrete, so it must be coming from somewhere. That's not how you use a cannon thing. What's that? Ah! And I've still got the wrong jetpack on, so let's switch that over. Right. Can I have game control, please? Ah, there, oh, I see what happened. Right. Right, so I need to pick up some motors, some heavy modular frames, and some computers. Let's see how many of those I can find over here. I don't know if the heavy modular frame... Yeah, I think the heavy modular frame's being made. There's computers. Let's grab some of them from here, just because... Oh, it's turned off. Let's grab them from over here, then, because that's easy. Boop, there's 50 computers. I'll need radio control units. Those are not here. Those are being made over there somewhere. I'll get them in a minute. So heavy modular frames. That is these things. How many do I need? Not a huge number. Can we just run along? Oh, for get on the belt. There we go. Right, let's run along here. I'll just run along here grabbing them because I only need 47 of them, and I've got nearly that many already. Right, and actually, I always end up needing more of these than I expect. Let's grab another at least 20 or so. Okay, Peter. I think that's a compliment. I'm honestly not sure, but if so, well, thank you for joining, and I hope I'm sure we'll see you next time. If it was an insult, then screw you too, buddy. Stick some motors as well, so I can make some trains, and then try and find the radio control units. Yeah, thank you. So yes, thank you for joining the stream. It'll be on catch up as usual, as I'm sure, as you're very, very aware. So yeah, hope you enjoy seeing it then. I will, as usual, just keep talking because that's basically what I do. Right. What was it? Radio control. Yes, radio control units. They come out over here. I remember. I feel slightly cruel for being amused by his flailing arms as he hurtles through the sky like this, but oh well. Yes, radio control units. That bunny. Okay, so that's everything. That's everything I need, or it's everything. It's everything I've worked out that I need. Bringing in the nitrogen may be mildly tricky, but probably not too much. And then I will actually have the fused modular frames. So yeah, this is going surprisingly well so far. Now, do I have the range to get back over to that new factory out? Oh, it's all the way over there. I hope I've got the range, or this will be embarrassing and mildly painful. Oh yeah, loads of range, that's fine. Whee! Schmeck. So, falling out of the sky and landing uncomfortably hurts, unsurprisingly, but flying into something horizontally at high speed, it appears does not hurt. So that was some useful sciencing there. Okay, your nitrogen, your steel, you're almost certainly concrete. Yes, you're concrete. And I can't remember what the top one was for. I may have got carried away and put in too many stations. Yes, I've already labelled it concrete. So let's come over here. Let's set that to unload first while I think of it. And then I can drop down here, and I would like an electric locomotive. That can go there, and it can have a wagon on the back of it. And I would like to go looking for concrete. Now, do we have a concrete pickup? We've got concrete drop for fuse there. Okay, concrete pickup. Yeah, there we go. And concrete drop for fuse. For this one, I want you to wait until you're properly unloaded. Save, go, get out to the train. And off it goes. Lovely. Okay, that is very nearly it. Let's stick in a train to go and get some nitrogen. Oh, it is a fluid drop, yes, I can see. There's a pipe coming out of it. It must be a fluid drop-off station. So you unload, and then I have a feeling I've already made... Yes, I have already made a nitrogen train, haven't I? Because I went off and built up the whole nitrogen area, and did I put a train in there? I think I did. Let's name you anyway. Nitrogen for fused. Yeah, like that. Can you edit random train timetables? Yes, if you know which train it is you want. Ah, nitrogen pickup. You. Right, what are you doing? Show me your timetable. You just go to nitrogen pickup. Excellent. So there is a train. So that now goes to nitrogen drop as well. And I want to say until empty and save that, save that. So I can dock there as much as it wants. It should. There we go. Now it's coming over here to nitrogen drop. Excellent. The system is working. I am honestly slightly surprised. But that means there is now a train coming from my nitrogen mine just over there, bringing the nitrogen over, and will be merrily dropping it off over here. Good. So that's now... That should be everything I need to put in my what was the machine called? I can't remember what the machine was called. That one, blender. Put you in over here like this. I'll line you up with that one because why not? But I'll put you a little bit further away because we are going to need to bring in... Oh, I need to bring aluminium cases as well. That's what the other station's for. Need to make aluminium. Right. Okay. That's okay. I can do that. So put that there. On this side, we need to have a belt coming out of here like that, and I'll put it into that input over there. Leave a decent amount of space because over here, I'm going to need to have a couple of these machines. In fact, you know what? Let's put them that way round. Not assemblers. Constructors. I'll put them this way round because that way I can bring in the input from the other side, from the back, where from the bus easily enough, and then the output can come out over here and just go straight along the and have a nice short belt that goes into there. Although actually, that said, it's going to have to be a slightly funny shaped belt because it's going to need to go over the top of whatever piping I put in here. So this piping is going to clearly is going to go through the floor. So we'll have some logistics. I want to put in a pipeline floor hole here. And then, can I get to a pipe from here? No, I can't. Then I will want an actual, just, straight up pipe. Comes out of there, goes down the hole. Or possibly comes out of the hole and goes into there, either way. Then we have a merger along here somewhere. Like that. We have belts coming from there and from there. And then that one needs to get... Actually, I could just bring this round the outside, couldn't I? Like this. So put that to there. And then round here. And here. And here. Okay. That's not so bad. And over here, Blendy Chappy is going to be making fused modular frames. And he's going to need power as well. Let's bring another power line up. Where oh, there's power up there. Right, so we'll bring a... Can we... Okay, yeah, we can. Bring it to there. And there. 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 And we need an aluminium input here, and we need to do something with the output of this machine. So I'm going to put this straight into a storage bin, storage container like this. So we'll just put you there, because I don't. At the moment, I don't expect to need these for anything else. I'm going to be collecting large numbers of them to put into the Phase 4 objective up here. These things. I need 1,000 of them for this, and I don't know what else they're going to be required for at this point. No doubt we'll find out. But at the moment, they're just something that's going to go into a box, and then I'll come over and get 1,000 of them when we're ready. So splitter there, and I don't think I need another one really. Power line like that. That's not power line. Belt like that and that. And then we have a belt coming from here all the way to here like that. That's kind of messy, but never mind. And then down here, we need to put in that final train. This is going to be the aluminium one. Turns out I could count. I was surprised too. Oop, that's not... yeah, other similar words. Right, so you're going to be aluminium for fused. Like that. And we shall create a train for you and configure everything and all that sort of shenaniganry down here. So, drop down. Freight platform, you are to be an unloader. And you are to have a train. Like that. Hurrah, and train. Put the freight car on the back of it. And then we go in and program you. And we go edit timetable. And we find aluminium pickup. There we go. And then we have aluminium for fused. I didn't put the word drop in there, but never mind. The fact that it's for something makes it pretty obvious it's a drop station. So I don't mind too much. So do that, do that, do that, do that, and off it goes. Okay, I don't remember if I've got a pump for the nitrogen, so let's go and check that. Because we're getting plenty of it unloaded over here. See, there we go, there's a grabby thing grabbing a big cylinder of nitrogen out. No, there is no pump on. Oh, and in fact, there's no pipe on. The pipe doesn't go anywhere on this. So let's just get rid of that piece of pipe for the moment. And then I'm going to need to link the pipe in because I apparently haven't done that. I thought I just haven't. So I'm not going to make any excuses. I'm just going to go oops. So you can then go up here like, yeah, that looks pretty good. So there, we'll get rid of that pipeline support because we don't need it. And then some more of this. This needs to go all the way from here to that. Over there, but that's further than a pipe can pipe. So we'll pipe to here, and then again from there. Now will you reach? Could you do that, please? No, apparently not. Right, well, we'll bring you to here. Now will you just go into the whole thing here? Why not? What's your problem? I don't understand. The whole point of a pipeline floor hole is you can run a pipe through a hole in the floor. Let's take that out. Let's go back under. See if we can put a pipe on it now. Why is this pipeline floor hole broken? Let's try putting it back in again because I don't understand. Pipeline floor hole goes here. Okay. Pipeline. Okay, seems alright now. And then up top side. Yeah, that's in the right place. From there to there. Okay, don't know why it didn't work before. However, I don't think we're going to get any nitrogen up this. Yeah, as you can see, currently empty. Oh, because it's not linked. That's not going to help. You link to there. However, I still don't think we're going to get any nitrogen along here. At least not in decent amounts. Because there's not going to be... there seems to be some pressure for the coming out of the station. That's surprising me, honestly. I was expecting this to be somewhat pathetic and have very, very little head... What's name? So yeah, colour me somewhat surprised. Can I see over here how much head... What's name it has? No, I can't. I'm going to put a pump on it anyway, because I would like this to work reliably, and I'm not sufficiently comfortable with the way this game does fluid handling to want to not put a pump in. So I'll put that there, and then I will of course plug it in. There's a convenient power point there because I can plug it into the station. Right, we see this thing running now. So we've got a full pipe here. The horizontal one is full, and so that means we're almost certainly now pumping nitrogen up into the machine at the top. Let's go check. I should now have done everything. There should be everything coming through. He says in scare quotes because nothing is. So yeah, there we go. Got the nitrogen. We don't have any aluminium yet. Oh, I haven't programmed these guys. That's not going to help. Aluminium casings it was. So aluminium casings from you and you. Yeah, aluminium casings. There we go. We don't have any aluminium coming in yet, and we don't seem to have any concrete, which is a bit of a concern. I don't know where the concrete... Oh no, there we go. The concrete presumably has just arrived. And two of my trains have collided. That's not helpful. How have they even managed to collide? We've got signals set up everywhere. Map, please. Where are the problems? Oh, there. How have they done that? They shouldn't be able to have a collision. But the game, the signalling system should prevent that from happening. And you can get jams, yes, but you shouldn't get collisions. Not unless you've got a player fiddling with things and breaking stuff. Yeah, you see there's signals here. This train shouldn't have come through here when that train was there. Can I just put the train back on the rails? Yes I can. Ooh. Right. How about you clear off? I said, how about you clear off? Okay, if I do that... Right, you're now behind the signal, so you shouldn't go anywhere. Yeah, you've got a red signal ahead of you. Let's rename you, just because I'm here and doing stuff. There we go. Let's get out and tell this train to behave. Okay, it's re-railed, which I suppose is clearly the opposite of derailed. That's fair enough. Don't drive into that one, please. Good. Now that one's gone. Are you going to go? Yes, you are. Excellent. So you... Did I put you back into auto? No, I didn't. There we go. Do that. Now are you happy? Yes. Maybe. You're unsure. Okay, because there's another train coming through. Alright, that's fair enough. You're allowed to wait for other trains to go through. I'm not going to complain about that. Oh, we've got a bit of a train jam going on now. Let's put in another signal here. How many iron trains have I got coming out of this station? Oh my god. Okay. What? Okay, put in another signal. No, on the other side of the rail. There. That'll mean that train can move forwards, which hopefully means all of these trains will move forward, but more likely that one will come through because that'll be more annoying. Yes, it will. Okay. I'm just going to have to do this manually then. Well, as a as a sentient being, I can look at this and go, yes, it's okay for this train to go. I'll just pull through here like this, stick it back in self-driving mode, and wave goodbye. And that one comes through there. Lovely. Right, that has hopefully unclogged my rail system. Oh, no, this one's coming to a stop. Why are you coming to a stop? Oh, because that one's still blocking this bit of rail. Okay. Is that enough space to let all the other ones move through? Yes, it does appear to be. Ah, trains. Trains are fun, aren't they? Don't we all love trains? Okay, so that has fixed the problem though. We've got the I think it has, because that train is moving. Therefore, in a moment, that one will be able to pull forwards to there, and there's nothing else trying to come out of the iron area at the moment. So this train, therefore, then should be able to start moving. Yes, there we go. Right, I think we are sorted, which is why I'm just standing on this train and riding it out of here, because it's going back to roughly where I want to be at the moment. In fact, it's quite possible this train, I don't know what this train's called, or where it's going. It's quite possible this train is going to just take me up to over there, where it's going to go into this station over here, where I actually want to go right now. But I don't want to bet on that, because there's a fairly high chance it's just going off to go get some plastic in a rather bumpy way. Let's find out. Oh, yes, it is going in here, but I jumped off anyway because I thought it wasn't. Okay. Right, so this area, they've done it again. How are they colliding over there? I mean, the whole point of signals is it the same place? Yeah. The whole point of signals is that you can't have more than one train in the same block at the same time, so they shouldn't be able to collide. Answers on a postcard? Let's go over and put it. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to put in some more signals, because basically, what else can I do at this point? For some reason, these trains are coming storming out of here and ploughing into trains that are coming in from the side, even though at that point there should be a red signal. So if there's a, yeah, this shouldn't be able to happen. It really shouldn't. Pull back a bit out of the way with this one. So I can get lost like that. You get back on the rails, goodness sake. Right, and then you can just go. Maybe if I put in another signal, I could put in another block. Where can I put in another block signal? I'll put one there. Maybe this should be a chain signal. Or path signal, as this game calls them. And I should path the trains through here. So don't go through unless you can get out on the other side. Might make sense. Why are you not going anywhere? You don't think that train's on this... No, it's not on this block. What is going on with these trains? Why is that signal red? Is this signal just straight up broken? Let's demolish it. Demolish it? Yes, that's a word. I shall demolish it and then put a replacement in here. Put a replacement back in, because there needs to be a signal there. That's how the train system works around here. You need to be turned back on again. You need to not drive into each other, preferably. And then you need to explain to me where you think there's another train. Oh, is it because that one's coming through at a rate of knots, so you don't think you're going to be able to get into the block in time, out of the block in time? That's quite possible. That's fair enough. Okay, so as that hammers through like that, why are these? I don't understand. Right, so we have the pink block, which is granted a bit big and a bit of a funny shape. Can I do anything about it? I can put a signal there, and there, I guess. Does that help? That's helped. So, did you think it was... I don't know. I still don't understand why that was causing problems. I do seem to have solved the problems by just throwing signals everywhere at this system, but it's not quite the way I'd like to do it. Also, I would like my trains coming out of here to be able to turn left. So let's put another piece. Let's put a piece in like that, and then we have a signal error. Of course we do. Yeah, that's fair enough, actually. Okay, that should be all right. Yeah, that's okay. We can't bring them in from down there and have them come up here. So in theory, I should put in another piece of rail going round, like round from here, going round to over there, so the train can come along this rail and turn right to come up here to go and get some iron. Otherwise, they have to go all the way up there to that turnaround point. I think I'm okay with them going to that turnaround point there. It's not too far away, so yeah, we'll accept that. Okay. So on the plus side, on the plus side, while I was messing around with all of that, I'm pretty sure I saw the trains drop. There we go. I'm pretty sure that I saw at least probably an aluminium and a concrete train that are supposed to be going up to my new construction area. So I think that probably means I've got that bit fixed. Also, I think I need more signals in on this ramp part over here because these trains are waiting for longer than I would like them to. So we can do that on the way up as well. Get all that sorted out. Today, I'm just playing with the train set. No, that's not true. I did a load of construction earlier, which has gone quite well. So along there, I would like to have additional signals. Yes, like that. You know what? Let's not do this from a train. That's not going to work well. But yeah, with the number of extra trains I've got going up and down here now, this definitely needs to have a bit more control, slightly smaller blocks for the trains to live in order to get a decent amount of throughput. And a nice, weird, big green kink over here as well. Okay, that I feel is acceptable. The blocks are they're not as perhaps not quite as small as they could be, but they're small enough that I'm satisfied it'll work adequately. Right, now that all these trains have flown through and unloaded everything they're carrying, maybe we'll actually have some of the resources we need to make everything. No, we still don't seem to have any aluminium. Okay, well, I did see some I swear I saw some concrete. Yeah, there we've got concrete over here. What's going on? Why is this concrete not concreting? Have you not got any steel? I've not got any steel. Oh, for goodness sake. If it's not one thing, it's everything else. Yeah, there's steel. Oh, I think I see the problem. There's a bit of a gap there. Yeah, that's not going to work. No, not a power line, please. Can I have the thing I actually wanted? There we go. If we feed some steel, if we actually feed some steel beams into the machines that are supposed to be covering the steel beams in concrete, they'll probably work a little bit better, I think. Oh, it's getting warm in here. So, right, that's now making the steel beams. We've got those flowing through. So the only thing that's potentially problematic at this point, I think, is going to be the aluminium. Although looking down here, I do see there's not actually all that much iron flowing in along here. So whilst I've got a really fast belt pouring it in along here, we've then got a Mark II belt here. So let's upgrade that to a 4. And that one to a 3 because I'm running out of steel things. And that 3. 3. Why not? There we go. So that's going to be a little bit better now. So we can except we've run out of iron. Okay. Yeah, this sort of system does tend to be quite iron hungry. I'm kind of aware of that. It's all these screws we're making, and basically a lot of the stuff that's being made over here is iron and iron and iron and iron in various different forms. You cram it all together, and you get through an enormous amount of iron in order to make a relatively small number of things quite a long way down the list. Right. Okay. So let's find out where the aluminium train is first. That's probably going to be my starting point for this. So timetable, trains, aluminium for fused. Oh, it's on its way? Okay. How do you find a train? There's one here coming along with nothing on it. I assume that's going off to go and pick up some plastic. Nope, it's coming in here empty. Right, that's not good. You should be coming in full of aluminium. What's happened to my aluminium production? Let's ride the train out. I'll get out to the aluminium production area and I guess see what's going on there, see if I can work out why, or at least find. Well, this will take me to the aluminium station. Obviously, I can get out there and then I can go up to I can travel up from there to the aluminium production area and find out what's going on. Because yeah, we shouldn't. I did mess around a little bit with the aluminium production system on last time though, actually, or maybe the time before, because I needed alumina in quite large quantities in order to produce the the nuclear fuel, or one of the related things, something over there. So it kind of makes sense that, well, it's it's feasible that I might have broken something while I was over there. So. We should head over and have a look. Go over there with a large hammer and try and make it all work properly. And then after that, I think I'm going to need to expand the iron production, because as I've been hinting at, I've been expecting this. I put in another massive drain on the iron supplies, so I'm not surprised that we're running out. So I'm going to need to rebuild things to, or at least I'm going to need to add in more iron sources to feed over to a sort of a changeover station, and then all carry it over to the sink after that. Ooh. Yeah, so trains can stop really quickly when they come to signals if they want to, like this one just did then. So I don't know why they weren't stopping over there. I honestly don't know what was causing that problem. That was a weird one. Yeah, because I'm not wrong, am I? If you've got signal, if you're using block signal, if you're using any signals, trains should not be able to collide. It should be actually impossible. Instead of a collision, you should get a train jam where the trains still try and go into the same area and they can't, so they just stop. But they should never actually be. They should be actually incapable of colliding. So I don't know how I managed to have a problem there. Well, I chucked some extra signals in and a little bit more line and deep breath. Hopefully that'll have fixed it. Well, I guess we'll find out. This train's quite juddery. So I suspect I'm pretty sure the problem over here is going to be that I've broken the aluminium production. So if I go up this vacuum tube over here, this will take me over to the aluminium production area, and I can have a look and try and work out why it's broken. My suspicion is that it's going to be water related. We're going to either have too much or too little water, and the system will have jammed because of it. And it will have too much or too little water because we've taken the aluminister out, and therefore not giving out the water when it's turned into aluminium. Is that how it works? I can't really remember. But I'll go over and have a look. I feel like that's the most likely cause. Because, yeah, clearly, as you can see by this empty belt next to me, we have no aluminium at the moment, so something isn't working. Here we go. Here is aluminium production. So, what's going on over here? Why are you sad? Not enough aluminium scrap. Okay. So, aluminium scrap is clearly on this empty belt. Where does that come from? That comes from you. You don't have enough alumina solution. Okay. Why are you not making enough alumina solution? Because you're full of silica. Right. Oh, yeah. It's full of silica because we've been sending off so much alumina down this pipe, off into the wild blue yonder, that we don't have anything using up all of the spare silica that's coming out of these machines. Because normally it would come through here, it would be made into aluminium. But now it's not. So, well, I can sort of fix this by taking some of that out. Then we get there. That'll start to flow. However, I want to remove this belt from in here. In fact, I'm going to remove this conveyor merger here and see, do I have a... Oh, and this lift then, unfortunately. Which means I'm going to have to remove this belt. That's... Okay, well, we'll see. So, and this belt as well. So, I want to put in a smart... Do I have a smart merger? No, I have a smart splitter. Okay, I shouldn't have done any of that, because at the moment I don't have the infrastructure. I haven't invented smart mergers where I can choose which side they bring stuff in from. I don't know if that actually is a thing, but I hope it is. Anyway, so there we go. Let this run. That'll pull a couple of hundred through, which means that these machines will then be able to. Which means that then over here we'll be able to start making alumina again. Turn the bauxite into alumina, which means some of that will go into this refinery, which will then be able to turn that into scrap, which can then flow through into these machines, and we can start making aluminium again. So this is now, by pulling 200 silica out of one of these machines, and that's now pulled through enough from here that we're able to start it working again. In fact, over here, yeah, we see this is now dropped down to a decent way. So I'm going to chuck some of this back in there. So I don't want this in my inventory. I would like to get rid of it, but hopefully we'll be able to get rid of enough of it. Let this just work. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's pouring out nice and quickly now. Because we're making aluminium, we're using up the silica faster than it's being produced, which is why we have all of these machines up here making more silica that we can then send over here to merge onto this belt and pass it into these machines if we want. The problem was that we weren't prioritizing the silica from these belts. We were using 50-50. 50-50 from the 50% from these machines and 50% from all of these, which it's sort of most of the time. Previously, it was okay. That was fine. Now, not so much. Because, as I say, we're taking away lots of the alumina, which means we've generated lots and lots of silica without using it up. So yeah, we need a sink for it. I know how I'd do this in Factorio. I'd have a container of some sort down here, and I'd tell this one to only run when there was less than mumble thousand in the container. But you can't do that in Satisfactory. It doesn't have circuit networks like or circuit conditions like Factorio does. Oh, and we've also got too much water. Oh no, we haven't. Why is this machine idle? Because it's got plenty of coal, it's got plenty of alumina, it's got nothing in the output slots. Why is it not running right now? That's weird. Okay, now it's broke. Okay, now it's run out of alumina. So that's fair, but says I. Pipe's about, well, it has some in it. Maybe I need to put a little hump in the pipe to deprioritise it going that way. I don't know. But then I want the nuclear power plant to keep running, and I can't remember if the alumina is required for that, or whether that's just for the intermediates made over there. Still, we are making at least some aluminium scrap now, which means we are now making some aluminium. So things are better than they were. We've got some coming through. I don't feel like this is running flat out. If we look at these things down here, we can see that there's several. Some of the lights are yellow, which doesn't please me. Over here, that's green at the moment. Now it's gone yellow. There's not as much. I think I probably need another refinery over here, making more alumina, but I don't have enough parts for that. So this may be a thing to come over and upgrade, but for now, it's kind of working, and I don't think I get through. I was going to say I don't think I get through that much aluminium. That's not really true, because because that new system I've set up is going to get through at least some of it. Nothing compared to the amount of iron it gets through, though. So I think the next thing to do is to set up more iron mines and get that flowing a bit better. So yeah, we have at least some aluminium now. So we'll see how that gets on. So on the map, where does iron come from? Is that a huge amount of it over there? I think it is. Where is that? Is that anywhere? It's nowhere near the rail systems, is it? Oh, but there's loads here. These are all iron ores. I could dig these up. Yeah, let's get all that iron ore, turn that into iron, and then bring it over to here. Put in another station down here for iron drop, and then the iron pick, to put it straight into iron pickup, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so that's going to require stuff. What are we going to need? So I'm going to stop pressing that button. I'm going to need, yes, at least one train. I'm going to need 2 stations and 2 freight platforms for that. I'm going to need 4 mining drill 2s. And I'm going to need some smeltings. Iron smeltery. I'm going to need 4 of those, I reckon. Okay, let's go shopping. Yeah, it's a fair stack of stuff. The most awkward part of that is going to be the portable miners, because I'm going to need to carry 8 of those, and they take up a whole stack each, and you need to make them separately before you leave, which is a bit of a it feels a bit silly compared to everything else in the game, but never mind. Should be able to get everything I need without too much difficulty. I've not travelled by vacuum tube for a while. I forget. It's not quite as exciting as being thrown through the air at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but it takes a little bit less concentration, and it takes me it takes me to where I want to go, so that's okay. Whee! And if you go downhill with it, then it's really quick. Okay, so encased industrial beams come from up here, I think. Is it through here? Is it you? Are you encased industrial beams? Yes, you are. So I have some of them. Modular frames, sure. They're going to be somewhere in here. There they are. Maybe I should put some more lights in here. It's got a little bit gloomy. I need a load more iron plates. Okay, they're up here too. There's a box. Yes, that box I think is iron plates. Yep, have some of that. Running out of wire. Okay, that's wire. That's easy enough. And then just portable mining drills. So those have to be. Well, I've got a box. I have a box that sometimes has some of them in, and I can't remember which box it is. But I'll tell you, there's one. Okay, and none. I guess I'll just have to make some more. And that's done in here? Yes, in here. So I want to make portable miners. I want to make another 7. I'm not going to have the inventory space for this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, what should we ditch? We'll put the Doom Slug in the Doom Slug box. That's one thing got rid of, and then I'll come over to the Destructomatron and just pick some stuff out of my inventory that I think doesn't look particularly exciting. or particularly useful right now. Oh, I could get rid of the wood actually. Let's put the wood in the wood in hole. I mean in this. It can be turned, and then later on we can turn that into a biofuel. There's bound to be some other nonsense in here that I don't actually need. Like, we've got a lot of AI limiters. I think they're quite useful though. Got a lot of these. Rotors. I don't know if I need rotors. I'll get rid of the alclad because there's only 2 pieces of it, so that's no point in carrying that around. Got a lot of copper sheeting. Let's get rid of that. Sort. Oh, I'll get rid of a little bit of the steel. There we go. Because I don't. Again, it's getting rid of sort of part stacks when there's just a little bit of a stack in there. I feel like it's sort of a waste of space when I've got more than one stack of something, but I've only just got more than one. Then I can come back over here, make the other 2 mining drills, and then head off and get working on that. 1, 2. Okay, so that mining area, right? Okay, so there's a couple of things I need to do to get this working. I need to put in oh, wait, hang on. I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna want to use the top of the range belts for this, aren't I? And that requires alclad, which I haven't got now. So I haven't got. I just don't have. Yes, so I'm gonna want to go and get some of that. Okay, let's do that first. That's going to be slightly awkward given we don't have any aluminium, but never mind. We'll see what we can find. So the alclad is that area. Well, the aluminium in general is that one over there. So I can float over here like this, and then I think it's this station here. So if I drop in here, there's going to be masses of alclad here. So we'll take. That's what it's called, isn't it? Yes, it is alclad. So we'll take 2 stacks of that, and that should be more than enough. Okay, and for my next trick, I should come back over this way because there is there's a vacuum tube cannon over here, and that'll get me back over to where I need to be. So that's not you. It's you. That one there. That's where I want to be. So over here we have iron pickup 2. So that's where this is where all of the iron for my factory comes from at the moment, and it's being fed by. Well, there's a mine somewhere around here. I'm honestly not sure exactly where anymore, but somewhere around here. Oh, there we go. There's my mine and smeltery. This is where all of my iron at the moment is coming from, and it turns out that's not enough. We need more than that coming in. So I'm going to need to reroute these belts, so I've got they're merging before they go in here. But I'm also going to need to put in an additional station that will unload more iron and then feed it through into this one from other mines somewhere. So where should we put? I guess I'll put it over here, I suppose. That seems like the most sensible place to fit it. And then I can have a belt running underneath all of this to bring it over to there and pass it up. Okay, that seems manageable. I'm going to need a load of concrete, which I probably don't have because I didn't think about that. That was a fail. But we'll see how we get on. Oh, I don't know if zoop mode on. There we go. Let's zoop a little bit like that. Is 4 enough for a station? Probably is. There. I think I've interfered with the pylon, but never mind. Yep, I have indeed interfered with the pylon. Oh well, maybe I'll come back and remove some of that in a moment. Okay, so I want a station, and it needs to go in around here somewhere, and I'm going to switch jetpacks so I can hover and see just kind of see what I'm doing. So we want one of them, and we want it in about here. But we want it pointing that way. Yes, that's good. Put you there. You're hanging over the edge, and you're also. Oh, you're way up in the air. That's not helpful. Let's try that again. Don't be way up in the air. Okay, I need another row of concrete. Doesn't need to be quite as long as the other pieces. The other pieces don't need to be as long as they are. Right, so that's the correct way round. Good. So we'll put you... Okay, yeah, we'll put you there, so you line up nicely. Is there room for an elevator in the gap there? Yes, I think there is. So we'll then put in a freight platform on the back of that. And then I need to link the rail into here somehow. So we'll take rail from there and clip it onto there. There we go. Nice. Then on the other side, ideally I want to go to there, which is a bit weird, but we'll try it. Try it, see if it'll let me. No, it's a too sharp a turn. I mean, it shouldn't be. It should be allowed, because it's the same turn. So what we'll do is we'll put some concrete in here like that. Yeah, sure, fill in the gaps. And then I can put rail from here. I need to get a 90-degree turn out of it, like that. And from there, I should be able to then join onto there. There we go. Now I've gone straight through a pylon, so we'll move the pylon. We are going to need power for all of that. Fine, link that to there and that to there. That works nicely. Also going to need signals. So this over here we have signals on the entrance. If we put in signals on the entrance and exit of the station, now this area shouldn't be a particularly high throughput area. So the fact that the rails around here are, I'm going to be charitable and call it a bit of a mess, shouldn't matter. If I remove that bit, now they're no longer a mess. They're just a little bit. Well, they're no longer quite as bad. They're just a little bit of a mess. So I'm kind of okay with that. And then this station here is going to be iron drop. What do we call this sort of area? It's a sort of central storage and distribution. Disty, that'll do. Whatever. And then... Oh, I can't... Oh, maybe I can... Yes, I can go underground. Okay, that's alright then. So I'm going to put in a an elevator floor here. No, elevator... One of them. There. Yeah. Oh, no, it's the wrong way around. That goes there. And then we link it in with a suitably fast belt. Then over here we do exactly the same. So through here. Right. If I remove that, can I put a merger, a joint, yeah, merger directly onto the back of there? No. Okay, that's a shame. I'll put one there, and one there, and there, and then remove this belt, I guess. Oh, I see. Right. So if I now put in a elevator like this, I said if I now put in an elevator in like this. Hey, Mark, welcome. It's been quite a rather quiet stream so far, but I'm sure you'll be able to help me with that. Run that belt back over to there. At the moment, I'm trying to upgrade my iron supply because it is woefully inadequate. Oh, this is also woefully inadequate. Let's do some upgrades over here. Yeah, the iron supply seemed to be the limiting factor. I'm also having problems with aluminium, but I've sort of fixed that, I think. Emphasis on the sort of, and we'll find out soon whether I've actually fixed it. Or maybe iron isn't a problem, actually. This station seems to be... Oh no, it's not full. I see what's going wrong here. Put that into there. And then delete this. And this. And then put in a lift here. I'm trying to get an additional feed of iron into here from the other station. So that's It's not difficult, but it requires a little bit of re-everythinging of everything around here. So I'll get rid of that now and that. There we go. So now we've got now I've got both of these systems feeding in. Do I need to do more upgrades over here, or is it just that? No, I think it's probably just that we've built up buffers while I was breaking things. How much have you got stored in you? I'll come back in a few minutes and see if these have gone down a bit. At the moment, they always seem to have sort of 70, 80, 90 in them. So, but yeah, we shall see. So I might have overspec'd that slightly. So, is there room underneath here? No, not really. The one time something's come out in a bit too low down. Because all I wanted to do, and as you can see, I've started here, was run that belt from this station to that station and run it underneath them, just because that seemed like a really convenient way to do it. But I guess I won't be doing that. I'll be putting this in over here, and quite high up because it needs to go over the top of trains. So it goes there, and then I suppose I can then remove this and this, and put in another. Are you a Mark 5? You are a Mark 5. Excellent. You can go in over here like this, and the other way around. Yep, that's good. And then go up to the same height as that one, which is about here. That. Then look at that. And now it's the belts for this bit. So Mark 5 from there to there, and there to there, and finally there to there. Are you already a 5? You're not a 5. There we go. Right, so now any iron we bring in to that station will will be moved as quickly as we reasonably can over to this station. And as you can see, we are, yeah, I was correct, we are very, very short of iron at the moment. We've only got like 100 and mumble. So, the next part of my plan is to get over to that iron patch I noticed, which was over here, this one. Yeah, so I'm going to come all the way out over to here and pick up these 3 patches of iron and feed them onto another train, which will bring them over to here and allow them to then be picked up by all the trains that are going off to everywhere else. Right, so let's get on with it. I'm going to go by train because it's the easiest way to get around, I think. For this particular route I'm trying to do, I think going by train is going to be the easiest way. So I'll put that there, land on it, and go. Electric trains are a bit easier than the Factorio ones, because at least I don't have to worry about chucking fuel in them. Okay, so under all the bridges, and along here I need to go to the left. Lovely. Then up the hill over here. So while before you arrived, Mark, I was finishing off the big factory on the hill up here, the one that's taking in various different things, but mostly enormous quantities of iron, and turning them into the fused modular frames. So that's the one that we're about to pass now, and that is, it's working, or at least it would be working if it had any aluminium, and which it didn't. So when oh dear, plonk. Don't fall off. Re-rail. That was extremely bad in many ways. Okay, so you reverse a bit. This is the problem with driving trains around manually. It's very easy to just not ignore signals and then have a massive collision. Yeah, that was clumsy. No, Jen, I haven't actually played Foundry yet. Since the very early beta. I didn't want to turn left there. I want to go straight on. No, I haven't played any more Foundry since certainly not since the actual release. I do still intend to. It's just I want to finish Satisfactory, and then go on to Foundry, because as it is, I've already paused XCOM 2 in order to play Satisfactory, and so I just feel that if I don't start finishing some of these games, then well, I'll just never finish them. and that's not really quite what the position. I would like to actually, you know, get some games finished from that occasionally. So no Foundry yet, but I will definitely be playing it at some point because I really like the look of it, and I really enjoyed what I did with it. Did with it in the with the demo as well. So yes, definitely will be, but not just yet. Is this the right place? No, not quite. It's a bit further on. Okay. In that case, I probably need to extend the double line thing because I don't want to have a single line going to all my what is going on here? Why are you not straight? Try again. Maybe it is. Okay, no, don't take it back. It was straight. It's just a bit of a mess. Right, so along here we'll build out this nice, neat foundation system until I get to where the iron is, and then I can go down there and start mining it. I hope it's not among the poison gas. I don't really want to deal with that. Oh, there's some of it over there. Yes, it is. So there's a patch there, I think. I think there might be a patch underneath here, and maybe right underneath here. There's some iron around here anyway, somewhere. So that means I've come out far enough. Oh, maybe is that iron or is that? Yeah, those must be the other two iron patches. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. Okay, so we'll build out a spur like that, and a second one. Yeah. Turn to there, probably. Yeah, let's bring out the other one here. So we've got a decent amount of room between them. So hopefully I can then fit in a station and a turnaround point. Oh, and just fall out of the sky because I've run out of electricity. This is the problem with the hover pack, is that it requires you to have a nice. It requires you to always be within range of a power supply. Which on the one hand is really handy because it doesn't run out of fuel. On the other hand, it means you have to, if you're not building right in the middle of your base, you can have problems. Okay, so like that. There we go. If you're close enough to railway lines, though, that counts as a power generating area, conveniently. So let's put in a. Actually, let's start with the corner. So I want to go from. So the train's going to come in. Yeah, like that. Okay, that's too wide. What about from there? Oh, right, okay. Let's put in a straight piece first. And then build off the straight piece. So we go round like that. Too sharp a turn. Okay. Welcome to Laurence Rages at Satisfactory's rail placement systems. Because it's a pain in the proverbial. You know, that hopefully from there I'll be able to whip round this corner here. Like that. Yes, there we go. I guess I'll accept that. And then over here I can try and put in my station. So, train station. Whoop. Or maybe I'll finish off this railway line first so I've got power available to me and I can not fall out of the sky whenever I stray a little bit too far from the rails. So that goes from there clipped onto there, which looks kind of horrible, but I guess it'll do. And we'll have a signal along here, like that. Right, and now, because this rail is plugged in, I can fly over it. That's better. Yeah, it is possible that I might end up being a little bit too blasé about trains and get horribly murdered by one. We shall have to see. Oh, that was the right way. Yes, that is the correct way. So I want to put that about here. And then put a freight platform on the back of it here. And then I want to link that in with the rail like that. There we go. I think because in Satisfactory everything is so much bigger and just therefore more in the way, it's harder to tell when you're about to get booped by a train. So I think it's probably a good thing that they're a little bit more generous about not being immensely fatal. Most of the time in Factorio, the trains are not such a danger because you're doing everything through navsat, so they can't see you, or they can't get at you. They can't get you, even though they really, really want to. Should have done this corner first. Okay, we'll let that train through. And then pull up this piece of track. Like that. There we go. So, I need a corner that comes out. Get rid of this piece of track. So, oh. I should be able to fly by this stuff. There we go. I think if I have a piece of rail that goes to there, that feels like about the right angle for an angle. Yeah, there we go. That's a corner. And then there's a weird kink in it along there because that's just how Satisfactory rolls. I can bring this back out here. And then link that to here. And there we go. We now have a fully working... Actually, no, I need to remove a piece of rock track over here. Do it before the train gets here. There we go. Now that train should just be able to come storming straight through here, down this line, and carry on and go wherever it wants over here. I do need to do a little bit more signalling around here before this is going to actually work properly. So I need to put one in here. And in... I guess I could put one here. I would rather have one in somewhere on this side. I'll worry about that in a minute. I also need them there and there. This dark blue area is a bit too big for comfort. Yeah, this bit here is going to work like that. So we'll take that out. Put in a straight piece there, and then another straight piece there. And that is going to allow me to put a signal in between the two of them, like that. Now that train can go. Yeah, that should. I think that should work. I don't think we're gonna have any problems with that. Emphasis on think. Okay, so next question is: can I run a power line from here to the ground? Answer appears to be no. How about onto there? It's a long way down from up here. So I don't want to jump off until I've got some way of getting back up again. So I think this is going to be a job for the very large pylons. So if I get one of the power towers, as it calls them, and put it there, then hopefully from there I can run a cable. I can do. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. So put that down there, and now at least there's a cable I can zip. I can trundle up and down. Or I can trundle down up with my zip line when I inevitably get stuck somewhere. Right. So this is going to be iron pickup 1. So I guess I just drop down there and start putting mining drills in. I wonder if there's going to be any enemies down there. Let's switch jetpacks for now, just in case there are any enemies. Because with this, I can land neatly on top of the thing. Yes, there are. I see some psycho pig creatures down there. They are probably the best one to discover from high above because there's not a lot they can do about me from up here. So I can just hunt them at my leisure. They do take a few more hits to kill than most of the other enemies, though. Although maybe that one's already dead. Maybe these are small ones, isn't it? Sometimes it's hard to tell whether they're dead or not. There we go, got that one. Batteries. Oh, if you mean the fuel thing that popped up then, yeah, that depletes when you're flying and then refills when you're on the ground. So yeah, it's fine. I've got 86 bottles of fuel left, which is a decent amount. I can hear balloon animal creature over there, but I think they're harmless. There's a lizard dog down there. They're also harmless. I think that's all the violent creatures dealt with. One way to find out. Descend to ground level. Oh, power system batteries. Oh. Why is there no connection? What? Okay, that does need checking out. Let's get this out and go and have a look. Yeah, if I'm using too much power again, then... Oh, I didn't connect it to the station. Yes, you're quite right. Yeah, that makes sense for the reason why that's not running. But I will want to check out on the... I also want to check on the battery since apparently that's running low. Or not. I never know whether that means charging or discharging. I think it means discharge. I think it means it'll be discharged in 36 minutes, which actually isn't all that long. I guess all the extra machines I've been building have started using quite a lot of power, and that's going down quite quickly. And also, given the consumption line there is the same as... Hang on, what? Why am I only producing... I think my nuclear power system has had an issue, because I should be producing a lot more power than that. Right, thank you for pointing that out. I kind of urgently need to go and find out what's going on with that. That's not the jetpack I asked for. Oh, come on. Do I only need to click it once? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I only need to click it once. Right. Can I have a train, please? Because I would like to travel a bit faster than this. No, not that train. One going in the other direction. Silly game. Right, let's go... Yeah, I need to go over and investigate the nuclear power plant and find out why it appears to have shut down. I bet it's probably going to be the alumina again. I'm going to run out of that or something equally ridiculous, I suspect. Oh, here comes the train. Okay, what's the best way to get there? Probably to go back to the main central base and then use a vacuum cannon from there, I suspect. So let's head over and try that. Have a look at that. Yeah, because we are using enormously more power than we're generating at the moment, so I think it must be a problem with the nuclear system, because that's the only place that's making that much power, enough power for it to have made that much of a difference. Teleporter might be quite useful. Most of the time it's not too bad, because once I've started building it... Oh, are we so short on power that this area's been deactivated? Yes, we are. Okay, that's going to make getting over there even more problematic. Most of the time... By the time I had to double click, I don't understand. Most of the time, just travelling around by vacuum cannon is absolutely fine. It's decently quick, and it gets me where I need to go. The problem arises at the times like this when I don't have enough. When I'm in somewhere new and different, where the vacuum cannon system hasn't been, where I haven't built a vacuum cannon yet. Because basically that area I don't intend to be there for very long, I was intending to head over there, put up a couple of, put in some iron mines, and then basically then just leave. However, turns out the game has other ideas. Oh. I also generally try to play games unmodded on my first playthrough of them, unless there's something really egregious that requires it. So I would prefer not to be modding this on this run through. If I play it again, then yeah, maybe, but not at this point. Okay, so one of them's running. I can see steam pouring out of the top of it. The other one doesn't seem to be. That's a weird position to be in, because I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be making the fuel faster than it gets used up. Let's have a look. What do you think of your? Oh no, you don't. Oh yes, you are burning fuel, and you're not running at quite 100%. So let's put you all the way up to 100%. What about you? Presumably you are not doing anything. Yeah, you've run out of fuel. Let's turn it up as well though. So for some reason we're not making the fuels. Okay. I mean, given the observed problem, it's not a particularly big surprise that we've run out of fuel. The question is, why? It's probably going to be iron, isn't it? We've got so little iron, or possibly aluminium somewhere. Right. Okay. So you're making you're making nuclear fuel. Oh, you're making uranium fuel rods. Okay. And you are actually making them. I might need to put some doom slugs in this to make it run a bit faster. Because it's got loads of input, except for the electromagnetic control rods. Right, okay, so I suspect it now seems to be working. It's got enough rods to make... Oh, it hasn't got enough rods. Right, the problem is a lack of rods, which come from over here, which is short of nothing, it's just time. Oh no, short of AI limiters, I take that back. Which is short of nothing, it's just running slowly. Okay, I think I need to overclock some of these machines, so let's head back over to the main base. Actually, there's a doom slug there. I might be able to just rather than going over to the base, I might be able to just make it out of that. What's it? I thought I saw loads of copper sheets in there. I'll go back and check that in a sec. That was not quite the successful jump I intended it to be. Okay. Shouldn't have a shortage of copper sheets. Copper sheets are really, really easy. Look, there's loads of copper up there. What are you making? You're making copper sheets. 10 per minute. I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe it's not enough. This uses 25 per minute. Okay. Yeah. Oh, bounce. I was going to say clearly doom slug time then, but actually, what am I looking at? It was this one, wasn't it? Yeah. AI limiters, which are, yeah, as you say, limited by copper sheets. That's interesting. Maybe I screwed up the maths when I was making them. I mean, clearly I screwed up the maths when I was making this. Where can I do more copperification? I guess I could put a machine element on top of there, or extend the. Can I just put another machine on top of this one? No. But I could put it up there or equivalent. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Okay, we'll extend this back a bit. Like that. Is that clipping? Yeah, it's clipping everything. Okay. Okay, we're going to have a weirdly cantilevered thing. Oh, that's that's too much. Take that out. Right, so I need another. I need to use the other jetpack so I can fly a bit more coherently. Right, try again. So one of them goes on here. Is red the input side? I can never put orange the input side. I can never remember, and it's quite annoying. Let's put you there. Then we'll have an elevator on the back of here. To needs to be above that conveyor, and then a conveyor from there into there. You're going to make copper sheeting. I am, honestly slightly surprised I messed this up as much as I did, because normally it's sort of... I'm normally quite good at working out ratios, basically, is what I'm trying to say. That one's full. That one's not. Right, and then on the output side of this, just conveyor floor hole goes there, conveyor goes there, all the way around. There we go, that's linked nicely. Down here. If I put that there and remove that, and then put a merger as a... It's not going to work, is it? It's not quite be in the right place. And I'm not going to be able to get that. That isn't going to work with the belt. No. That... No, nor that. It's all horrible. Assembler goes, I guess. There. Yeah, that'll do. And you're going to have to go as well. And we'll put in another constructor. Can I put you in line with that? No, not quite. Can I put you further back? That's not very nice, but that'll have to do. Make a belt there, 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 there. You're doing copper sheets. You're not powered, of course you're not. Where are you getting power from? Is that one? Yes. So business there, over on the side. Belt there, there, and to there. You are to make... I have no idea. What do you make out of quick wire and copper sheets? I don't know. I'm going to have to check the next machine and find out what it's waiting, what it's looking for. AI limiters, okay. AI limiter, that one. Belt goes in there. Power does not come from there, apparently. Power comes from there. Right, that seems to be working. It's filling up with... I hope that quick wire's fast enough. Ready to do. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Right, so that's now working at flat out, full speed. That is good. That is now good enough. That's working. Yeah, I would like to just cut and paste everything and let the bots deal with it, if that was actually a thing, Mark. Yeah, cut and paste, copy paste, any of that sort of stuff would be extremely nice in this game. Right, now I've seen that's working. I'm going to try and unload as much stuff out of my inventory into it as I can. Just because I don't want pockets full of too much stuff if I can avoid it. Actually, plus copper sheeting is useful, to be fair, but I still don't want to have too much of it. Right, so that's now working. That's running nice and quickly. Over here we can see, yes, this is filling up. It is making these things as fast as it can. However, I still think I want to doom slug that and make it run a bit quicker. So that means I need to put down a production. It's a I don't know actually. What do you make a speed module in, and what do they even call them? So it's not, is it a part? Further up than that. Equipment. Maybe it's an equipment. No, I can't remember how you turn the slugs into speedy things. Let's put down. Well, let's put down a. Are they special? Yeah, workstation. Let's put down an equipment workshop first, because that's where you make the things that aren't made in machines. Can we? Oh, right, there we go. And I want to make none of those things. I've forgotten how to do this. It's been so long. Nope, not there. Let's try the craft bench then. Power shard, that's what I was talking about. I only get one out of that, sadly. Power shard 5, okay. Well, that's got me one at least, which is a start. Now that you're actually running again, no, let's give you the ship power shard. There we go. How are we getting on over here? What are you thinking? You've got 3 out of the 5 you need. So you use 2 per minute, and you produce 6 per minute. Now it's overclocked. So it should have been fine, even at normal speed. That's 4 per minute. That should be plenty. Although some of them do get taken away to other machines actually. So maybe that's why we were struggling. So you're using 1 per minute, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we're trying to use 5 per minute, and we're making 4 per minute. So having now with the speed boost in there, this should be all right, as long as we have enough AI limiters. Yes, we seem to. They are building up over there. Yeah, so this should now be okay. However, we're going to find that. Actually, should just about be all right. I will try and steal any I can out of these machines though, and put them into here. For the time being, like that. Let that run. And I would like to put another speed module in it, but of course I don't have any. Why are these not running? Shortage of batteries. The batteries are coming through. Yeah, don't care then. So let's play. Can anyone see another Doom Slug? Oh, there's one. I like how they glow. It's very convenient. So yeah, if I come over, grab this, I can make another speed module and put that in the machine that's making the nuclear fuel cells, and then we should be making them. Oh dear, they look like big ones as well. Go away. Hey, it worked. I'm amazed that taking a few pot shots at them caused them to run away and then sort of just leave me alone. Or at least for long enough for me to grab the power slug. Which is very convenient. Much appreciated. Okay, so yeah, it's this. No, I need to make it into a speed module first. Where did I put the... There it is, there's the craft bench. So make another one. What do you mean I can't afford... Oh no, it's the purple one I was looking at there. So I want to make the power shard one again, like that. There we go. And put that in the machine over there. This will mean that it's now running too quickly for the quantity of inputs I'm giving it. But I think for the time being, I'm happy for it to run a bit quicker than it normally will, and just try and produce a bit more of a supply of the uranium fuel rods, because hopefully that will then feed through down here and allow me to actually start powering these doohickeys. How are you doing? No fuel, and therefore no power. Some fuel, and therefore some power. Also, how much nuclear waste have we got so far? Okay, about half full. I think that probably means it's about time to put in another box to contain this. I'll use the big one this time, and I'll put it there, because then I can put an elevator from there to there. No, not like that. Silly game. There to there. Chonk. There we go. There's a lot more space. That's a lot more space. As is traditional, I'm just putting all of my nuclear waste in a hole and forgetting about it. Oh, this is really burning through my radiation filters. Let's get away from it. Oh, it's because I'm holding some. Ah. Yes, about the same time as you said it, Mark. No, wrong way. That way. Have I got? Am I still in irradiated? Yeah, I've got rid of it, but I'm apparently still a bit too close to radiation. Might need to make some more of those. Am I still? Oh, is there a uranium station above me? I don't know. I thought I was far enough away now for the radiation to not be affected. Oh, okay, there we go. The radiation has now stopped affecting me. So, yeah. Okay, there's a fuel cell. Was that another one? Yes, there's another one. So that's about to go into this reactor. So this one can kick in. That one will eventually find its way down here. I think that should mean that we've now got enough power that things might start working again. Yeah, the battery is blue, therefore charging. Yes, blue, therefore charging. I don't know what the arrow at the bottom. Oh, the arrow at the bottom is for opening and closing this thing. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we're now producing slightly more power than we're using, so the batteries are charging back up again. It'll take almost, well, an amount of time. That presumably was the other reactor running out of. When that was both reactors running very briefly, and then the second one ran out, the first one ran out of fuel, and now it's just the second one running. I probably do have to kick some breakers back in, but I kind of want to wait until both the reactors are running first. And there's another fuel. There's a fuel cell coming down over there. So, actually looking at it, it does look like I've got steam coming out of both of them now. Let's have another look at that pylon. No, it's still only just more power than I'm expecting. Just more power than I'm using, sorry. So if there are any, so I can't turn breakers back on again if there are any that are turned off. I don't know whether they turn themselves on and off automatically, so whether they turn themselves back on automatically, or whether they just kick out and then don't kick back in again. I'll go down and check in a moment, but also I'll watch. But first, I shall watch that fuel cell go into the generator. Reactor, whatever we're calling it. Come on, there's no radiation over here. I'm miles away. Unless I'm too close to the uranium station above me. Yeah, maybe that's it. This entire area is just dangerous and unpleasant. There we go. So now we've got both reactors running. We've got plenty of power. So I think somewhere around here I set up a breaker system, and I think from one breaker you can see all the breakers. Yeah, here it is. Maybe? Yeah, there we go. So they're all turned on now by the looks of it. I think. Yes, they're all turned on. So everything is now... I think that means everything is now working. And as long as the nuclear power cells keep coming through quicker, so at the speed I would like them to, we should be okay. Shoomp. Oh yeah, radiation level is rising very, very quickly as I go up here. I think there is a... Yeah, there's a uranium station up here somewhere, which is not good for me. I need lead underpants or something. Right, so what are you up to? How are you getting on? It's still churning through that big pile of control rods I chucked into it. 89, I don't know whether that means it's gone up or not, but it should be. It should be producing them more than it should be producing them as fast as it needs them. It should be producing the fuel cells for the reactors faster than they needed. Also, one of my trains is set as sad. That's annoying. I want to see fuel cells backing up on the belts down there, and that is not yet the case. Let's try and work out why a train is sad, or at least where a train is sad. Okay, yeah, those new signals are probably screwed up. I'm not enormously surprised because I did just sort of chuck them in and didn't really, and then had a bit of a panic because there was a power crisis. But which I am still grateful for you for pointing out, because I probably wouldn't have noticed until everything went black. So, yeah, thank you. It would be very, very helpful if there was some sort of alert system on the power, so you could say if battery power goes below 80%, then I want an alarm to sound. But yeah, again, not a circuit networks, not so much a thing. Ah, falling. You can see it's still burning. I'm not going to say it's burning the fuel as fast as it's coming in, because I think that next one is going to arrive before this one finishes burning. But there's not a lot in it. Maybe I should replace these with faster belts just so stuff gets down here quicker. I don't care about throughput. I just am impatient of waiting for them to move this slowly and get all the travel all the way down. Here it comes. Right, so it has a spare fuel now. So things are... I feel like things are improving. This one does not have a spare fuel, but it is nearly full, and there's another one coming down. Yeah, I think it's probably safe to call that fixed. And get back and start sorting my trains out properly. And also make some more nuclear filter things. Yeah, I think that's probably okay. How is this doing? What are you even making? Okay, you're making those things. What are they called? Magnetic field generators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 544 out of the 4,000 we need. Okay, I mean that's fine. I knew it was going to take a long time, which is why I just left it over there running and dumping them all into a box like that. I'm okay with that. Right, let's head back over and sort that train jam out. Which is over there somewhere, but I don't think I can get there like this. Let's come to here and then use another cannon. Oh, yeah, we don't have any power over here. So the power is not kicked back in. Wherever the breaker is around here, it has not given us power back. There's a bit of power down there, which is interesting. Oh, I don't even know where my breaker is. And I thought there wasn't one around here, actually, come to think of it, because I built this up first and it was too much of a mess to put a breaker in. But no, we have No power here. Oh, where is the power broken? Alright, this has power. This presumably does not. No. This is going to be difficult. All this is down, but this is up. Okay, yeah, so these are hooked into the into this pylon. That's why all of this works. I don't know how power gets into this factory. These are all plugged in. And I could just link this pylon, or this pylon, to that pipe. Oh no, that one already is. Because this one, I don't even know. Yeah, let's just link these pylons together. And not worry, yeah, because this area doesn't have a sensible single input player. Although apparently it does, because a breaker is tripped. But I have no idea where that breaker is, and I have no idea how to find it. So I think I'm just going to have to do that. Which I'm not very happy with, but I think I need to. Next question is, are there any other areas of the factory that have shut down in the same sort of way? Probably not, I think. Yeah, because yellows on that, and yellows and greens on that one. That is definitely an area that has a breaker on it. This might be just a wait and see what else we find that's broken later, which I don't really like. But I'm not sure how else. I'm not sure what else I can do. Especially as I looked at the user interface on that breaker, and it said all the breakers were okay. So, Oh, let's make some lost name filters before I go anywhere. How do I do that? It's going to be down. Where's the thing? Here's the thing. No, it isn't. Where's the other thing? Oh, it is here. Iodine filter. Oh, okay. I've got enough to make some more of those. 7 is probably going to be enough. Oh, the user can use up all of my normal filters, which is going to need a load of what do I need for that? I need coal, and I need rubber, and I need fabric. Okay. I believe this machine has some fabric in it. It does. This truck stop has plenty of coal in it, which I can just come along and nick like that. And then rubber is up here on this one of these belts. I suppose I can just fall off it like that, and that I can just run along and grab like this. That probably do. That's probably enough. Right, where was I? It's down here. So I need more gas filters. How many can I make? Okay, about 16 of them. What am I going to run out? Oh, rubber. And let's make another 8 of these. I think get it to be about half and half of each one, like that. I think that's a good place to be. Right, next up, now I can go and try and sort those trains out, because they're still going to be there, still going to be being sad, and they've probably caused even more of a jam by now, because why wouldn't they have done? Whee! All of the height. I say all of the height. It's probably not going to be enough. I need to get all the way over to there. Pretty good though. Yeah, I don't think I'd have got all the way on. Even if I'd gone straight, I'm pretty sure I'd have run out of fuel and fallen into the infinite abyss, and bad things would have. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is poor design. I think I'm going to need to extend this a bit further before it joins up to the other one, and then it'll be okay. So we'll do that. And switch back over to the hover pack so I can actually see what I'm doing properly. Right, and then rail goes from there to there, I guess. That's horribly bendy. And then joined on there instead. Then I can put in my signals over here, like that. And I'll put in another one on the other side at some point. But now if I get rid of that bit of rail there and there, that train will go. It'll at least come to here. So that train will go. And then this train can go too. Let's if I remove all of that for the moment. Then I can put some rail coming in from over here to here. And then from here to here. And then another signal like, yes, you know what I want you to do. So just do it. There we go, like that. Okay, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? And how is the power doing now? Is the other question actually. Oh yeah, there we go. So capacity is 6.3 megawatts. Current consumption is 4 megawatts. Right, all is well with the world because we actually have generation capacity again. So, where was I? Oh, it's down here. And actually, I was flying because of course I was. So, are you my 2 iron ore patches? I think you are. Ow. Yes, iron ore. Excellent. So, let's get on with let's actually do what I came over here to do and put in one of those like that and like that. And power cable comes to here, here, here. Why you're a 1, a type power line 1, I don't know, but never mind. 120 per minute. Okay. I can't remember what speed the my other blueprint runs at. So I need the blueprint for a iron smeltery, which looks like this, and we have an input on this side, output on that side. Good. So I'll put you in about there. Not big. That's 4 of these. How fast does that run? 30 per minute. Okay, so that's exactly the right speed. Goes from there into there. Boom. And there we go. Just like that. That's the iron being smelted from there. I also need to do exactly the same thing with the blueprint for the iron smeltery for this one. There we go. And feed that in there. Are you both normal speed? 120. Can't remember which one I checked first. Yes, they're both normal, so 120, 120. Fine. Which then needs to go way up there. I'll sort that in a moment. There was another patch around here, wasn't there? There's at least one more patch. Okay, it's over dead ahead, and that's a copper patch, so that's not so useful for right now. That's over here. So whoop. Oh, these aren't plugged in. That would help. So you are supposed to be a pole 2. I don't know why you would even consider being a pole 1. That's silly. Plug you into that, and plug you into that. So they'll start running now at least, which is the first step of what I'm trying to do. Then over here, I put in what am I being attacked by? Oh, spitters. I mean, this is a bit shooting fish in a barrel, but, you know, they started it. Well, the other one did anyway. Are you dead? I honestly can't tell. I've shot you enough times that you should be. Yes, it is. Okay. It'd be nice if they had slightly better, a more obvious death animation and poses, because it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. Right, how fast are you running? Or how fast are you going to be running? 240. Okay, so this is going to require 2 of my blueprint in order to keep it satisfied. So we'll put in iron smeltery blueprint. I'm glad I brought 4 of these now. So put 1 of you. What's good positioning for these? Can't put it there. I suppose I could put 1 there, and then 1 down there. Seems kind of ridiculous. Or maybe just put 1 there. Yeah, that'll do. And then over here I need I need to plug it in. 5 out of 7, perfect. There we go, and now I can fly again. And that means I can put down another splitter. Here, maybe I'll stack 2 of them up and see which one works better. Because I think that top one is going to probably be more. Maybe not. Nope, neither of them works. Have I just put everything too close together, as is typical of me? Oh, actually, what I could do is put in a belt 3 going into there like that, and a belt 3 going from there to there. It's kind of stupid, but if it works, you know what they say. If it's stupid and it works, it ain't stupid. How fast is a belt 3? Belt 3 is 270. Okay, it's quick enough. Factory runs against invisible walls and boundaries like throughput or latency issues. I'd say I have just run into a problem where I don't have enough iron ore, or I don't have enough iron. But that's just because I've been digging it. That's because I've expanded to a point where I'm using it up quickly. I am noticing the game lagging a bit. It's not too bad, but it is. There's definitely some sort of jerks of lag happening from time to time. But it seems to be coping quite well. But if you consider how many machines I've probably got to the number you'd have in a game of Factorio, it's going to be pretty insignificant, I think. So I think I would say with pretty high certainty that the graphics card is going to be working a lot harder than the processor for this game. Oh, that's horrible. If I'd known it was doing that, I wouldn't have placed it there. But it's a bit late now. Oh well. In fact, no, it's not too late. That is horrible. I don't like it. We're not having that there. That's just bad. Oh. Do that again, but without it being absolutely horrible. Right, so I need to... what are you? Oh, you're the output belt. Okay, get rid of that and that for now. I'd be happy putting it up on top of this massive shale bark, but I'm not putting it phasing through it like that. Blueprints. Let's put in another iron smeltery. I guess I'm just going to put it over here on the other side, like I was originally previously considering. Can I see what I'm doing? That'd be nice. Yeah, if I put this over here instead, that kind of works. No, it doesn't. It's clipping into that now. Alright, it's going to go all the way up over here then. Fine. Go there. And that's pretty much it. Stop running out of electricity to fly with. It's problematic. Right. Okay, you're powering that. You're not powering anything. So I want you to power that. And also power that. Right, so everything's now powered. I just need to fix the belts up again. Having gone in just spectacular. Oh, actually, no. I remember what I did. Let's put this from here to. What do you mean too steep? Really? Oh, this is all difficult over here. Everything is difficult. Right, so it's you see those things up in the top right corner that say objective phase 4. That's not what I meant to do. Basically, it's those. All of those are they're intermediates that are they're a bit like, functionally, they're a little bit like Factorio science packs in that you need to make enormous numbers of them to progress. In what they actually are, they're more like just a random intermediate that you might make in Factorio. But yeah, in effect, they are. I'm sort of considering them as being kind of like science packs because you need to make them in enormous quantities in order to move on and get to the next phase of the game. And the one I've just finished making is the one on the right, the fused phased, the fused modular frames. That's what they're called, and they require you to make modular frames, which require lots and lots of different things that are all made from iron. So that's suddenly meant I'm using a lot more iron than I was beforehand. And I suspect I was probably a little bit short of it before anyway as well. So yeah, it's caused rather a big increase. Oh, you're not plugged in anymore. So now, and also I was as I say, I was probably a bit short of iron beforehand. So now I'm just putting in another decent sized iron mine. We've got two drills over there that are on normal patches, which means they produce 120 a minute, and then I've got one over here that's on a pure patch, which means it produces 240 per minute. Those go into these sort of modular blueprinted furnace systems that I've set up. So each of these can deal with 120 iron ore a minute and turn it into 120 iron ingots, which we can then ship off to wherever we want to deal with them, and yeah, ship them off to another station to be then passed on to wherever we need them. And I've run out of steel beams. Great. What about? Oh, and I've also run out of concrete beams as well. Okay, that's going to cause some problems because I'm going to need that for the next stage of what I'm trying to do. I need some more, so I need a lot more encased industrial beams. Okay, let's go and get some then, I guess. Going up. I'll start putting in. No, I'll start thinking about the elevator to get up here as well. Yes, so originally I had in the olden days, previously, I would have one. I'd have one place producing a large quantity of iron or copper or steel or whatever, and I still do, and I have that with iron at the moment. But however, that place is no longer capable of producing enough, and so I'm trying to do some upgrading. And so yes, what I'm doing is it's shipping it all. So I'm going to, this area is this one is going to be shipping all of the iron it produces to the. Oh no, that's all right. I've got enough of this. I can use that. Is going to be shipping all of the iron it produces over to the other place that makes that was producing the iron beforehand, and putting it into the same station so they can then essentially share it. Oh, my drop down is going to hit the middle of that smelting area. I should have built this bit first just to make things look nice. The idea being that here is the support for this area and also a way of lining up the top and bottom of the elevator. I'm probably going to lose power as I do this, but never mind, because I'll regain it before I hit the ground. Boop, like that. Yes, that's correct. Nowhere requires ore. Lots of places require ingots. Occasionally you get bitten by that because there are one or two things where earlier stages of a product are required. However, as far as I can tell so far, iron ore is not one of those. But alumina, which is one of the precursors for making aluminium, is, and that was quite annoying. I then ended up having to run a long pipe from where it was being produced over to where it was actually needed. And this is me just being at least slightly aesthetic and pretending some of my buildings are supported, even though it doesn't make any sense from a physics point of view. Okay, where's that? Right, that's about. No, not foundations. Logistics. Conveyor lift, floor hole. I think it was there. I had a telescope. Yeah, probably there. I definitely lined it up on the lines going that way, but I didn't manage to line it up on the lines going the other way because of where it was. Alright, so that needs to go from there to all the way up there, but I can't reach there. Can I? No, I can't get power from. I can't get power from the cables. No, so this is as high as I can get, but I can do this and ride up the cable. Right. Okay. This is going to work. So if I ride up here and then hover pack over here, then I can do another conveyor lift from here and drop it all the way down here and hook it onto that. Like that. There we go. So now that is a lift that will go all the way up to the station. Then on the underside of here, I can put in another lift end like this. There we go. And I've got iron ore coming together from all of these, and there's going to be some more coming in from over there as well. Let's say let's put in another merger like that. Then I can use belt 5 to go from there into there. This belt 5 for this is massive overkill, but I don't care. And then another elevator 5 from there to yes, there. Flip it round. Belt 5 to there. Right, and now I've screwed up. Ah, what? Why is there two splitters there? I don't understand. I don't quite understand how I got that wrong. I don't know why there's a stack of 2 splitters, but never mind, it can stay like that. Is that going to work? Oh yeah, it did. It linked onto the belt. Nice. I didn't know it did that. Right. So there we go. Now we have a huge amount of iron pouring. I tells you, up the belt here. This is maybe these belt 5s are actually quite overkill. Looking at the rate that everything's coming out of all the machines over here, we very quickly ripped through. Oh, actually, yeah, I've quickly ripped through it all. What are you? You're a belt 1. That seems a bit slow to me. Let's at least make you into a 2 on both sides, and same over here. And this is just getting the buffer out of the machines here. This again is probably unnecessary, and it just means that the sort of 100 or so that are buffered in each of the furnaces will empty a little bit more quickly. But never mind. The whole thing could probably have got by on being a much lower tier belt. So let's do the maths. We've got 120 coming out of there and 240. So we've got 480 per minute coming through. So 480 per minute. Would be okay. A conveyor belt 4 would be. I've needed a 4. I've used a 5 because I've ran out of the bits and pieces I needed for the 4s. So actually, it's not that overkill. So yeah, that's all right. Yeah, it's because the belts pulling out of these machines aren't fast enough to keep up with this belt. However, if I look in this machine, that's going down reasonably quickly, as you can see. So yeah, we are pulling it. We're pulling the iron through fast. The iron is coming out faster than it's being made. So when this system reaches, what's the term? The term for a steady state, where everything is equilibrium. When the system reaches equilibrium, the iron will be coming through at 480 per minute, and it'll be being produced as fast as those mines can dig it up. So I'm happy with that. And as we can see up here, the train station is filling up at presumably 480 per minute. Actually, no, a bit faster than that at the moment because we've got the buffered stuff coming through. So now we need to put in a train up here, and I haven't got any steel pipes. On the plus side, at least I can send a steel train. I can get some steel pipes. I can send a train out here to pick the stuff up. I don't have to come all the way back out here all by myself to get it set up. So I guess I will head back over to the main base. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to just fly this. I'm going to fly for now, but I'm going to assume that a train is going to come along from over there reasonably soon. I can do with a telescope in this game, actually. Sometimes you can't quite see as far as you want to be able to. I'll keep going, though, until I get past here, just in case a nitrogen train comes before a plastic train does. Oh, right, yes. So there are two types of jetpack in this game. There is the one I'm using at the moment, which is the hover pack as opposed to the jetpack. And that one will work whenever you're within a certain distance of a pylon, and rail counts as pylon for purposes of this. That swirly thing you can see in the bottom left, the white bar around the edge of it, tells me how close I am to something that will provide me with power. So, for example, if I won't fly into the poison clouds, but if I fly off over this way a little bit, you can see that drops down quite quickly. If I go higher, it drops down as well. So that's the hover pack. The other one I have, if I touch down again, is the if I was to go in here and switch over, is the jetpack, and this one, you can see on there on the left, there's a fuel gauge, and that drops down as you're in the air, and then when you touch down, it fills back up again. So this one you can use anywhere, but you can't actually get all that high with it. Oop, as I demonstrated. You can get quite a long way horizontally. If you start off with a decent amount of horizontal momentum, you can sort of give little pops of your jetpack like this and actually travel quite a long way with it. But you can't get all that much height out of it. Now I'm back in one of my factory areas, so I can switch back over to the hover pack and basically fly around to my heart's content. And this is just easy. I don't need to worry about this at all. Yes, I have fall damage. However, I have the leg brace things from Portal, which means I can fall at least some distance without hurting myself. It's better than you are sort of at the very start of the game, but you still will take fall damage if you. Well, I would suspect if I dropped from here down there, I would probably down onto here, I would probably take some fall damage. So I'm going to try not to. Okay, let's make another train. And it's going to be in the wrong place. Actually, let's make it over here. It's going to block up a load of stuff, but I don't care. Yeah, I've got less clumsy, I think, as the game's gone on. But also, things have been made enormously easier by some of the toys I've gained. Like the jetpack. So, for example, in the past, yes, you'd sort of, if you made a multi-story building, if you stepped off the edge of it by mistake, there was a fairly high chance you'd take a load of damage, maybe even die. Now, because I've got both the jetpack and the hover pack, if I step off the edge of something, it's just sort of an oops, tap space, and you fly back onto it again, and it's absolutely fine. So yeah, it makes a big difference. Right, so I want this one to go to iron pickup 1. And then I want to go to, what was it, iron drop disty, that's the one. So we go there. So we go to iron pickup 1, and I'm just going to. There's only one of these at the moment. I'll need to set up a stacker later if I put in a second one. So no, not you. Let's say when you get to disty, I want you to wait there until you've finished unloading, because there's no point in running around forever. So we'll do that. Save, go. Right, we'll let the train head off on its own. Yes, the train line is wavy and not straight because the Satisfactory train railway building system is absolutely terrible. So you basically, if you, I don't even know quite how to describe its terribleness. But basically, building corners is incredibly difficult. If you build a couple of straights up and then try and build a corner between them, it will not work. That is more or less guaranteed. In fact, if I deleted that corner in there, I would only give it about a 50-50 that I'd be able to build it up again. If you build a corner first and then join the straights to it, that works better. However, it is very, very difficult maybe borderline impossible to build a corner that is precisely 90 degrees to 90 degrees. So, so you tend to end up with you'll come out of a corner and you'll have a little bit of waviness on it, or it won't be quite straight. And then as you build that along, you end up with a track just snaking back and forth and back and forth. Now you can sort of get round that, which I've managed to do along here. That one is nice and straight. If you build a nice straight piece, then put a corner in not connected to that straight piece, and then connect the straight piece in the corner with another nearly straight piece, that tends to work. Why is this train sat here? What's going on? Why is there a red light there? That tends to work, but it's kind of stupid. The whole system is not very good, TM. I'm quite unimpressed with the system for building railways, but with enough swearing, I can usually manage to get something done. Why are you sitting there? Why is that a red signal? You can go to that signal there if you want to. Okay, there's a train coming through here. Fine. And or that one there. Okay, there's lots of trains coming through right now. But now they've all cleared off. Why are you not going? Also, the signals are a bit dubious and don't work. And again, the train system, I'd say, is the worst part of Satisfactory by a significant margin. Why did putting in that signal help? I don't know. Apparently it did, though. The train should have pulled out. As far as I can tell, the train should have pulled out from there, because that's... Oh, that's a path signal. That's why. Okay. Let's make that into a block signal. There we go. Now things will work as expected. Are you a path signal? What do you get? I've accidentally built lots of path signals around here instead of block signals. Those are chain signals. Yeah, signalling works exactly the same as Factorio, except I can't tell the difference between the two bloody signals, and I keep pressing the button that switches between different similar things by mistake when I'm trying to build stuff. And so I end up building path signals instead of block signals, and then nothing works. Okay, that one seems to be okay. Yeah. So there is a quite a useful button. If you press E, it cycles through things of a category. So if you have a basic construction machine, it'll go over to an advanced construction machine, to a very advanced construction machine, and so on. If you have a belt selected, so if I select this belt here, that's a conveyor merger. If I select this belt here, it's a Mark II. I can get Mark III, Mark IV, Mark V, Mark 1. It just cycles through them, just as I hammer on E. Great. That's really useful. I appreciate that. Stations. You can go from station. You can do then a freight platform, a fluid freight platform. Splitters, smart splitter, mergers. That's all great. However, because the path signals and the block signals look virtually identical, every so often, yeah, that one was a path signal. That one's a block signal. Looking at the two of them right next to each other now, okay, the path signal has a blue casing around it. So maybe I'll remember that, and I'll now be able to tell the difference. But yeah, it's annoying that they're a bit they're too similar, and it has caused me many problems. Yeah. So let's go around and fix these ones. Since I can, now I've worked out how to tell. I can see that these are all wrong. Those two over there, I don't see any blue boxes around them, so they seem to be okay. These are all fine. Yeah, these all seem to be fine. So yeah, that at least I've worked out why it was a problem, I guess. Yeah, the switching between them is really nice. It's quite good being able to. Yeah, it's very convenient. It's a bit. I mean, in a way, it'd be nice if Factorio had something similar. But to be honest, most of the time, I can see whatever I'm trying to build in Factorio, and I just use the eyedropper on it. So it's not too much of a problem. Yeah, I think. Yes, if you want to make things look aesthetic and pleasing, then building with the environment would definitely help with that. This is why I often put in the struts underneath my sticky outy bits of my base, which I'm trying to see if I can spot any from here. Like that, for example. There is a wall running up and down, going all the way down to the ground there, to give a little bit of pretense that the whole factory, the whole building is supported. I was thinking at some point, if I finish the game and I want to go around and make things look a bit prettier, I might go around, I might put in more of these things, I might put roofs on the factory, stuff like that, just to make things look a little bit prettier. That said, running vehicles, especially trains, along the ground is an absolute nightmare because there's so much terrain that just gets in the way, and you can't demolish terrain like you can in Minecraft. So all of this stuff, the trees you can take out. These purple things may or may not be trees. I'm not certain at this point. Trees you can take out. You can't remove rocks. You can't adjust the shape of the landscape and that sort of thing. So you're quite limited on what you can do. And so my way of getting around that was basically putting all of the railway lines up on stilts like this, so they can just travel above all of the scenery, and I don't have to worry about it. Which worked great until I got to over there, where those cliffs are incredibly high, and I hadn't built, and my rails weren't high enough to go up them. So I've just put in some enormous elevators to bring supplies up and down there. Yes, trains can go up and down inclines. They can only go up and down relatively gentle inclines, which is fair enough. That's realistic. Trains aren't great at hills, so that's okay. But yes, they can do hill. They can do a certain amount of hill, as I've got going on over there. Oh, and thanks for the resub as well, Sophia. Much appreciated. Yeah, the jetpack is good fun. It's nice and effective. It's a good it's fantastic when coupled with. Oh, have you seen the air cannons or the vacuum tube cannons? Those are an amazing way of getting around. And I'm just trying to remember where the one on this base is, because I think I'm done over here now. Probably. Okay, I'll show you that in a moment. I'm just thinking while I'm here, let's make sure everything's working. So this machine here is not having enough aluminium coming in. Okay, so aluminium is still a problem. That doesn't really surprise me. I guess I'll have to go off and fix that up. Okay, so let's go and think about that a little bit. So through here somewhere. So you've got vacuum tubes, which are a way of travelling around the factory. So or a way of travelling around. And so you have these things. You get in a vacuum tube at one end, and then you go flying down these hose things. However, they also give you quite a lot of momentum. So if you put several of them in a row at the end together like that, and then have a little bit of tubing going up at the end of it, and then you just sort of run into it like this, then yeah, you get quite a lot of momentum, and you can sort of fly across the world. And then you can use the jetpack to give you that little bit of extra to stop you falling, basically, and you can get around really quite effectively with it, and it's a lot of fun. I've also got, before I discovered that you could use them as cannons like that, I've also set up some quite long ones. So that one there goes all the way from here, all the way across the landscape, through there, and over into that sort of sub-factory over there. I've got another one there that goes into, goes to that factory, and ones from there that go to the one that's over there somewhere, and then off to the aluminium area. So yeah, they're quite good for getting around, but it turns out if you just line loads and loads of them up like this, you can ping yourself across the entire world, which is fantastic. It is by far the best way of getting around. However, it takes a little bit of setup to do, so I've really only got these in areas where I go to frequently. Yes, the full-length tubes are completely safe. You get in at one end and you pop out at the other end. And you can even you can AFK while you're travelling if you want. It's completely safe. These ones, not so safe, but a lot faster, a lot more satisfying, and a lot more fun. And just generally a lot more spectacular as well. Okay, so I have an aluminium problem. Let's get rid of these things. I don't need those anymore. So let's have a think about what I'm going to need to make some more aluminium. When I went over there, it was the aluminium. No, it was the alumina that we're short of, because lots of that is getting stolen to go over to the nuclear area to be made into these magnetic resonance image, whatever they're called. Not magnetic resonance images, that's something else, but those things anyway. So in order to make more of that, I'm going to need, from production, I'm going to need some refineries. So let's make another 3 of those. That's 4, but never mind. Also, ooh, let's look into smart mergers. Let's see if that's a thing that I can think. So, research Matron. Leading edge production, sure. What are we researching? What are we getting with leading edge production? We're getting fuse module. Oh, no, that's the cost of it. Turbo motors, minor Mark III, thermal production rockets. Okay, fine. Don't care about any of that. Those are just Those are just MacGuffins. Particle enrichment. Who knows? Nuclear pasta sounds delicious. Hang on a second. I'm making lots of these fused modular frames. I need to feed those into a station. Those are not the... Oh, those are the things that... Ah, that's what I needed them for. The leading edge production milestone. Right, so I should go and do that one. So I should go and get 100 supercomputers and 50 fused frames and go from there. And come over and do that. However, right now what I care about is perhaps in the MAM. Caterium, yes, this is electronics. So over here we have, what are you? Are you a programmable splitter? I don't know. I don't know what that's going to get me, whether it's going to be, what's going to be useful for. I've got supercomputers, you don't need me to do it again, but I guess you're going to make me anyway. Geothermal generator, ooh. That sounds useful. I wonder how much power it generates. Right. What does a smart splitter do? It uses AI limiters, okay. So there doesn't seem to be such a thing as a smart merger. That's upsetting. Because I want to have a system which will use one... sort of thing with just lots of mergers, I guess. Alright, let's do it the dirty way and see how well it goes. Right. So, I'm going to head over and... I've got two things in mind to do now, so this is making my brain hurt. Let's go and get some supercomputers and some fused frames. And right, so fused frames are over here. I should have picked those up while I was there, but never mind. Oh, maybe I don't have the aluminium for it. We'll check. Woo jump. Yep, definitely a woo jump. Let's see how many I've made, because I only need 50 for this. 17. Okay, we will not be doing that. Back to plan A. I'm going to head over to the... That's triggered my... Same, whatever it was I said after I said okay, apparently sounded enough like Google that my phone triggered. I thought I was talking to it. Right, so, let's try that again. More flying. This time I want to go this way. Actually, I want to get to... Yeah, here is probably the safest way to do it, which won't result in me overshooting. And then I can use... Ow. Yep, full damage. Then I can use this tube. Shoop. And this will take me halfway to the aluminium area. I do need to change to a different tube line before I can get there. So bimble over like this. So yeah, this is my aluminium processing area. It turns aluminium into aluminium products and makes a few other things, a few radio related things, I think. Automated control. No, that was somewhere else. Then over here, this is where the aluminium comes down into the main part of the factory. So I couldn't get train up there without excessive amounts of effort. So I didn't. Honk to you too. So the aluminium comes down. There is a ludicrous elevator over here. This one brings the aluminium down, if there is any, and then puts it into the station down here. There isn't any. Something is broken again, which is very upsetting. Yeah, because I didn't think it was realistic to get a train up there. However, a vacuum tube will work very nicely. I think it speeds the tube. Yeah, so you need to have one of the speed up things. The speed up things are the tube entrance. And I haven't actually tried this, but I think if you put a number of them in before it in a row, yes, you would go into the tube faster, but I think you would still slow down over time. The tubes seem to have a sort of a fairly standard speed, so you wouldn't fly through it at ludicrous speed all the way, I don't think. And also, I suspect they get in the way of you getting out at the other end. You might get knocked back in and just find yourself forever going back and forth. Okay, there's some aluminium coming through. Just very, very little. That's even weirder. Right. Let's change jetpacks, actually. I want there to be a keyboard shortcut to switch between the jetpack and the hoverpack. Right. Okay, we've got plenty of scrap now. Presumably that means we're... Hang on. Oh. Yeah, so when I came out here... Yeah. When I came out here before, I switched over where we're getting the I switched over where we were getting the silica from to just take it out of these machines because they had too much of it. Now they've used it all up, and we don't have any to go over this way. So that's broken that. Fortunately, I have plenty of silica here. I just need to put it into the system. So what was I going to do? I was going to do something clever with mergers. There was a thing you can do, and I'm just trying to remember how you do. So with the right application of splitters and mergers, you can make one thing very much the priority. Right, let me think this through. So I think if I have a row of splitters along this belt, and they all feed into mergers, but then this stuff is only fed into the mergers onto the first merger, then the output of the first one will be 50% from each side, and then if we take it to the next one, we feed in from this one as well, then we'll get 75% from this side and 25% from this side, and so on. So I think I have a cunning plan. How cunning it turns out to be remains to be seen. But so I'm just going to rip up all of this, as is the traditional way of fixing something. Start off by just demolishing everything, and then see where we go from there. So pull up all of this. And this, I guess. Right, so along here, I need to merge all of these. So firstly, let's put in mergers along here. How close can you put these before it breaks? I can never remember. Is that okay? Yes, I think that's okay. So put in 1, 2, 3 along here like that. And now I can put in belts along here. So you into there, you there, you there, you there, you bloop, you there. Right. Then I continue with my mergers. I put one here. I get rid of this pylon first, I guess, because it's in the way. That's going to be really annoying to replace because partly because it's powering me, and partly because it's got so many things plugged into it. Right. So if I can I put you in here? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Link you to there, and then to everything around here that was powered by it before. Yeah. All of that, and probably something over there. Yeah, those are powered by it as well. And there. How full are you now? You're at 6 out of 7. So there might be one more thing. Like a... Come on. Oh, there's no power coming into this. What? Oh. Maybe you also need to be connected to that one then. Are you happy? Nope, still no power. Lovely. I have broken everything. Where does the power... Oh, power comes in over here. So that, presumably, that last one I put in wasn't meant to be there. That's getting its power from somewhere else. So if I take that... No, not you. Yeah, if I take that power line back out, it's clipping through everything anyway, so it's horrible. And I take the 7th one from there over to that. Now I can fly again. Now everything's got power. Excellent. Right. Okay, so where was I? Yes, down here. More mergers. So you are going to be outputting that way. And then I basically just put in as many of the... Oh, I suppose I can then put in... Actually, no, I don't need to link up to those ones. I can just put in as many of these as I can fit in along here. And for each one of these I put in, the amount of the resource that's coming from this system when it's running properly will be halved. So let's put one more in. Get rid of this belt for now, and this belt actually, because I'm going to be dealing with that in a moment. Yeah. Actually, no, let's not. There isn't really room for that. Okay, and now I put in splitters. I haven't got room. I put in concrete. Can I do a half concrete? No. Give me a half concrete. Foundation. Half foundation. No. Yes. I'm going to put you along there, even though it's a clipping hazard, but I don't care. You dismantle. Right, along here. That dismantle as well. Right, so now I can put these in along here, and I want these to be splitters. Like that. I want to take in from the back, yeah, like that. And that, and that, and that. I know there's some clipping problems here. I'm very sorry about that, but tough. Okay, so that goes in there. That goes to there, 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 there. Right, there we go. So in theory, that should now massively prioritise anything that's coming out of that the first system, and bring all. But it will all eventually all end up coming out of here. So I can now put in my elevator here like this, and bring it up to about. It doesn't need to go up that high. It's only going up to here. So bring that to there, flip it around because it's pointing in the wrong direction, and then belt from there to there, and done. Right, so that's not working. Why are you not flowing through? Is this... What? Have I done something wrong here? Right, you're a merger. You're merging from those two directions. So if I put a belt on here like that, nothing comes out. What? I call shenanigans. Why are you not working? Let's try it again. Belt goes from there to there. Belt from there to there. Elevator from... Unless it's a graphical glitch. Those happen sometimes, actually, sadly. Put you in there. Let's... Yeah, I think it's a graphical glitch. Oh, no, I've missed out a load of belts at the middle as well. Yeah, that needs to go there. And there. And right, there it goes. There we go, that all flows through. I don't know what that noise was. I'm not sure I want to. Right, and finally, putting a belt there. And that will allow the silica to dribble out from all of these from these machines on the ground anyway, and go along there. We'll get a steady flow of it through at tier 2 belt speed. Actually, let's upgrade that. Tier 3. There we go. So we can get a steady flow coming through from here. But whenever these machines do anything at all, their silica will be passed through at a massively higher priority. Right, so this stuff coming through now, see, well, it's just flowed straight in, and it's all, yeah, all of that flowed straight in, and it basically just stopped this one dead while it did that. Watch again. That comes through, and yeah, that stops while it's all dealt with. So yeah, that seems to have worked. So we should find that if both of them were flowing solidly, then we get well, if it was just this one, it'd be half, quarter, eighth, 60, a 16th should come out of these machines, I think, if I've done the maths correctly, which I may or may not have done. Yeah. Yes, Sophia, you could probably use boosters on the vacuum tubes. However, if you did that, you'd end up. It wouldn't really help because you'd end up. You would then become a one-way vacuum tube, and the vacuum tubes are much better if you can travel both ways along them, because then you can go home again. Oh, I didn't pick up the bits of pieces I needed for this build. So I put together a shopping list there on the right, and then I just completely ignored it and didn't bring the stuff I needed. Oh, it's obviously bedtime. Yeah, if you put an entrance on both ends, like I have done here, they're bidirectional. Right, let's go and try and work out where the nearest place to get some encased industrial beams from is. At least we've got more aluminium flowing now. That flow along there, along that belt, is significantly better than it's been at any point in the past, I think, or any point this evening. Because I fixed one problem and caused another, and then I came back and fixed the second problem. Yeah, the clipping is a little bit iffy in this game sometimes. Yeah, yes, the jetpack controls are hovering up there, and he's not even holding them. Can I change into the other jetpack to the jetpack while I'm moving? Yes, I can. Okay, the jetpack is a bit more sensible. You don't get the controls poking out. The best thing I've noticed so far is your shadow doesn't have a head. I'll demonstrate that when I get out. Oh, I've got concrete. I could have just made these actually. Oh, actually, I don't have a huge amount of steel beam. If I get some steel beam, Maybe some more concrete. I can make some. That might be quicker than heading all the way back. I don't think there's any encased industrial beams over here, but I think it's worth checking. Definitely got steel beams being made over here, because I did that as a... I'm going to need lots of steel beams. I keep needing them. I'm going to make them over here, because this is a useful place to do so. No encased industrial beams over here. So if I come over here and go, which one of you is it? It's the other one. I managed to spot that before it lagged. Most of the lag comes from when the game saves. To be fair, so it's the rest of the time it's not quite so bad. Where is my shadow? I don't have a shadow. It should be over there. Oh yeah, there we go. There's my shadow, and yeah, no head. It even looks like it's bleeding out of its not head. That's disgusting. Right, so I want a... actually, I can build either of these, can't I? Yes, I can. There was one of them over at the other end, so I'll head back over and then see if I've got the right... and just build them on side. Okay. I suspect it's probably the other one that I need, but, you know, it always is. But that's okay. I've got the resources to build either. Yeah, exactly. They should... Yes, The headless thing, the headless shadow has been a thing for a very, very long time. As long as I've been playing, certainly. I agree. They should. It's a cosmetic issue. It doesn't really matter if it was fixing that or fixing the problems with the railway building systems. I'd definitely go for I'd definitely say fix the railways. There are lots and lots of mods available for Satisfactory. I am currently not playing with any of them because I generally like to play games unmodded the first time I play them, and then if I like the game enough, then I'll come back and add mods to them and play it again like that. So this is my first time through Satisfactory, so I'm playing it completely vanilla. Even though it just sounds like there are some mods that would make things quite a bit better. One of the biggest ones would be making the blueprint editor a bit larger, because as it is, it's not useless. You might have seen me earlier. I don't know if I can't remember if you were here when I was making the iron smeltery areas. But though that's about as big as you can make a blueprint. It's a little bit, it's a bit limited. Right, so over here, I spotted when I was sort of flitting around somewhere around here. I can't remember where it was. There was one of the little construction bench things. Oh, there it is. So if I come over to this, then I should be able to make a large quantity of encased industrial beams. There we go. Yeah, so I can make the 40 beams I need here, which is a little bit it's a little slow doing it manually, but never mind. You don't have pocket crafting in this game. If you want to pocket craft, you have to put down or if you want to craft things yourself, you have to put down a craft bench and then do it from here. So I don't do very much of this, but it works in a pinch. I certainly wouldn't want... And it doesn't have the automatic pocket crafting where you say, make me a red circuit and it'll make you a green circuit, and then it'll make you the wire to make that, and so on. If I wanted to make something that needed screws, if I wanted to make a reinforced iron plate, I would have to make the iron plate, and I would have to make the iron rods to make the screws to make the reinforced iron plate. Which, in a way, is sort of fairer, it's more sensible, I guess. The Factorio way is a little bit OP, but it's what I'm used to. Right, there we go, that'll do. So now, let's have the other jetpack so I don't use up all my fuel and just still fall out of the sky. You're a drill, that's not what I'm looking for. What the hell? Oh, yes you are. Oh. How backed up are you? Oh, you are quite backed up. You're making 240 a minute, and you're using a... Oh. Okay. I will need... I can't just add in more machines. I'm going to need more mining for this, apparently. Although, it does seem like... I suppose we've got a massive backlog of it because we had a massive backlog of it, so, yeah. Yeah, I guess maybe they thought that being in first person when you're going through the tubes would be a bit too disorientating and nauseating. And so decided it'd be better for everyone's sanity and not losing of dinery to not do that. Okay, so this is the only bauxite patch around here. Well, this area there is just one patch of bauxite, so I am producing aluminium as fast as I can at this point. Although the fact that this belt is stopping suggests that I'm actually not. But I don't know why I wouldn't be. Are we overloaded on alumina now? So over here we have... Oh no, these machines. Oh yeah, we've got too much scrap. Oh, okay, so I didn't actually need the... I don't need to make more foundries. Right, let's do the maths on this, shall we? Let's actually apply this. Look at this numerically. So we're making 120 alumina per minute times 2. So we're making 240 aluminas per minute. Okay. And then over here, we can take in 240 per minute and make 360 scrap. And then over here, we can take in 90 scrap per minute. So we need 4 machines to get through it all, which is what we've got. So, okay. So these machines just were running solidly. Yes, they are. Okay. Oh, well, silica's fine. Oh no, it's not. Silica is not coming in fast enough. Okay, it is time to do some belt upgrades then. What do I want to upgrade to? Probably, let's say 4, just because why not? It's not like they're expensive. So we're not bringing in the silica fast enough, so that needs to be upgraded quite a bit. And so in that case, I'm going to go through here and I'm going to upgrade all of these belts in my prioritizometron to 4s. I don't think that's entirely necessary, but also steel plate or steel beam, not exactly expensive. So if I just upgrade everything through here. Oh, it already is 4. Okay, yeah, it already is 4. All the way through here, and now I just have this lift to do now. So I want you to be an elevator 4. Elevator 5? Right, fine. You can be an elevator 5, see if I care. I'm speed limited by something along here. I think I must have run out of... Oh, no, it's can't afford. Okay, you're just going to have to all be 5s then. Where did I get to with 4? Okay, so that is a 4. Right, and that's emptied these machines. That's fine. That's why I've got these ones up here. So let's remove that, put in another elevator. It does amuse me when you end up building much higher tiers of whatever than you strictly need to use, just because those are the resources you have. 3 is probably going to be enough. Let's make it a Mark 5. Why not? Okay, pull all that out. There we go. Now we have all the silica we could possibly want, probably. So hopefully, all these machines are going to be satiated. Yeah, there we go. Now we're seeing Now we're seeing numbers that are more than just one go. Yes, an upgrade planner across this would be fantastic. You are correct that the map is handcrafted. So there is one enormous map. It is very big. There are at least 3 different starting places on it of varying difficulties. I picked the easy one because it was my first time. But you can choose to start in different places, and apparently some are harder than others. So you can choose your essentially difficulty level there. I think, to be honest, given how little attention I'm paying to the actual landscape, apart from going, oh, for goodness sake, that's a really big cliff, why do I have to deal with that? I don't think it would matter. I don't think it would be that limiting. Maybe if you played a huge amount, you'd start to get a little bored of the landscape, but then, to be fair, Factorio's landscape is, yes, technically it is always different because it's procedurally generated, but it's not actually that different, is it? It's always basically the same. You're either in a wood or you're in a desert, and maybe there's a giant lake in the way, maybe there isn't. But then with this being a more interesting landscape, perhaps that means you expect more from it. I don't really know. It could be that it sort of starts to be a little bit uninspiring when you've already done that landscape several times over. Or maybe it's fine. I don't know. I would have to you have to ask someone who's played it a lot more than I have. suppose you wouldn't have the excitement and wonder of exploration, like when you come out and find the red forest and you go, wow, this is a forest and it's red. Or when you go out and you find the sort of the weird shale bark area around the oil patches or oil fields. Then you'd miss out on a certain amount of that exploration excitement, I think, because you've done it. So a new map would be presumably, if they had made another map, that would presumably be more interesting because you go out and find more weird alien landscapes to explore. But I don't think from a gameplay, from a sort of a factory building point of view, that it would be annoying. Ah, there we go. That belt is starting to back up now. So one of the machines has actually filled up with silica, and down it's just these two down here that are still a bit ravenous. But they are filling up. They just haven't quite got there yet because there's more splitters before them. Yeah, it's 150 in there. That's fine. So these can run absolutely flat out, which means that this machine should be able to run absolutely flat out. Except it doesn't seem to have enough coal coming in now. What the hell? Oh yeah, we're using some of the... I remember. This is a stupid system. Right, so yeah, over here we have a ridiculous system where this system, it takes in water over here to make this to this step of the process. So I've got it being pumped out by a pump down here. But you then also get that water back from this stage over here. And so you need to do something with that water. So I've got it going into this tank here, and we're trying to pump as much of it back through as we can in an attempt to just, use it back, have it go round and round the loop. But it's a slightly lossy process, so you still need to bring in a bit more water. So you need to have a pump. And so in order to make sure that this end doesn't overflow, I've got to power a coal generator down here that will just take out any excess water that's in the system, which is absolute nonsense, because there isn't a way to tell a pump to only run if a tank at the top of the pipe is only a certain amount full. The lack of ability to prioritise and set up circuit conditions on pipes and even on belts, so the belts are slightly better, is a bit silly. Yeah, exactly. Factorio, the landscape doesn't matter too much. There's where water is because you have to worry about land filling it or going round it if it's early game. There's where the there's where the trees are because they'll soak up your pollution, and that's about it, really. Yes, you're quite right. The landscape doesn't really make all that much difference. I guess it's the same as going out and finding the area of red trees or whatever is roughly equivalent to going off to a new planet in space exploration and finding some new stuff. I just want to do minor mark 2. Why is it so? Oh, it's just a really terrible coal patch. Okay. That's why there's not very much coming through. So yeah, I think the landscape is probably not too important. Yeah, this coal patch I'm on is presumably an impure one. Yes, it's an impure one, which means I'm only getting, even with the advanced or the Mark II drill, I'm only getting 60 per minute out of it. Maybe I need to go over to that one and tap that. Or, I mean, if I did, I could tap the bauxite patch as well and have twice, and then double my processing. I don't know. I think we're probably okay at this point. It's kind of hard to be sure. I do feel like the aluminium is coming out reasonably quickly. I just wish I wasn't having to pass half of the coal in here. Although that said, it's full, so it's... How can a power station have no power? Oh, it's got no water. Oh, okay, yes, it's not. Yeah, it's not using the coal up very quickly because there's no water. Okay, that's fine. So nearly all the coal is coming through and going into whichever stage it was using the coal up. It's just not quite... It'd be nice if the coal came in a little bit more quickly. It's sort of borderline fast enough, but... No, it's not. It's not quite... It's not fast enough. Yeah, this is the coal supply is the limiting factor here. Do I have any drills left? I think I do. Yes, I do. How far away is that coal? Quite a long way. How many creatures are going to try and eat me if I go that way? Probably all of them. Oh, actually, oh, no, that's not too bad. The uranium is over there, so I've done at least a bit of clearing out of that area. And there's another coal patch there that I've already claimed. Alright, let's go over and get that coal patch and run a mark belt back. Because I think that's going to be the way to go. This is the most ridiculous and dangerous method of travel in the game. It's not so dangerous now because I have a jetpack, so I can dismount safely and sensibly. But in the olden days, when I had this, but I didn't have a jetpack. Oh, the number of times I don't think no, I did die a few times to it, but and the number of times I seriously injured myself as well was ridiculous. Can I get that over to you? How far can I get that? Ooh, all the way over there. Nice. Let's do that then. Am I going in the right direction? Remotely, yes. Actually, no. So that's fine. I'll hop on this cable if I can get to it. There we go. And zip down here, and then we'll just do a sharp left turn at the end of this cable. Flag. Did I say right turn? I meant left turn. Although there are kind of trees in the way. So maybe we'll go up there instead. Actually, no. I was going to say I'm happy to punch a cable through a tree, but I'll just slide along it and get in trouble. What's that patch of stuff down? Oh, that's the bauxite. I'll probably want that at some point, so having that there is quite convenient. I'm going to hit that. What even is that? Whatever it is, I'm probably going to hit it. Let's find out. Bop. Oh no, I kind of went through it. That's all right then. Next question. Are there going to be any enemies over here that are going to trying to do unfortunate things to me? I've gone in completely the wrong direction. It's actually way over there. Down there, through that. Okay, let's put cable down through that gap. By cable, I mean power line and pylon and such likes. Or actually, I could just put it on the top of there. That's probably more sensible. And then I think from there, I should be able to see the coal patch and stop being quite so silly about my pathfinding. Going on to that outcropping would have made a lot more sense. Never mind. Is that the coal patch? Yeah, I think it might be. Oh, and there is indeed an enemy down there. Apparently I emptied my gun last time I used it. That's unwise. I do like having jetpacks and basically being able to move around in the air and stuff like that because it makes combat wonderfully unfair to my benefit. Because I'd have straight off the edge. I'd have struggled with that if it hadn't been for being, right up here and out of reach. Are there any more of them? You don't tend to get enemies in singles, so I'm slightly paranoid still. Anyway, let's chuck a mining drill down there. Let's make some more encased industrial beams and then chuck a mining drill down there. At least I say you can't pocket craft, but at least you can build the thing to do the pocket crafting from out of your proverbial pockets. So it's not so bad. What was it? 20 of them I needed, I think. I was going to say where did they go, but I remember I used them all up for tier 4 belts. That was where they went. So, get these built up, and then I've only got 181, 177. Stop. I've not got a huge amount of steel, which is probably going to be might be what I'm going to want to bring the. No, reinforced iron might be enough actually. Point you in that direction. There we go, and then a power line from there to the drill. Chonk. Right, what sort of belts can I make? Well, actually, firstly, how much are you going to produce? It's going to be 120, isn't it? Yeah, 120. So that means, in theory, I need to use at least a tier 2 belt. Okay. Where do I want to go? Essentially, straight down. Well, straight across the river, straight down the river, but going across the other side. Right. There's the river down there. So I'll just follow. I'll follow along the river, and I don't know what I'll do. Whoosh. Is this going in the right direction? Kind of. I need to turn. Definitely need to turn left along here. Oh. Okay. You know what? Let's pick this back up again. And that. No, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Don't shoot things to demolish them. That's not how you do this. Belt. Belt, belt. Bring belt to hit. Do bring the belt down to here. But not quite so down. We'll keep as much up. We'll keep as much height on that as we can, just to make it look a little bit more sensible. And can we run that up to there? Yes. Oh, well, I can get up there and then decide what to do next. So you see, jetpack, not so great for gaining height, entertainingly. Yeah, the red bamboo you can chop through. You can demolish, which is quite nice because it means it allows you to yeah, get it out of your belts and constructions and things. Put it up onto there. That feels like a nice way to go. Saw some blue. There we go. That's some blue. No, let's make that go up actually, because that isn't going to. It's going to clip horribly through whatever I send it to next. So, conveyor belt, go from there. Yes to here. But more like... Woo! Or maybe... There. So can I get it a little bit more on the edge? Yes. Then go up. Yeah, that'll do. Then from here, just head way down through that way. And I guess if I'm doing things properly, I should remove this tree. There we go. Now the belt doesn't clip through stuff, and I can follow it through here. So yeah, the thing about it being in Factorio, doing this with a belt would just be a case of drag it from one place to the other. And yeah, you might have to demolish a few trees along the way, or more likely the bots will do it for you. But it's basically just drag it along in a straight line, and you're going to get there. In Satisfactory, it's a little bit more involved because you have scenery to worry about. And the trees are take a little bit more dealing with, should we say? And also, there's another enemy over there. I can see it. I'm not sure why I haven't got that one. I haven't dealt with that one yet, given that I've essentially going through an area that I've been using already. I thought I saw an enemy. Maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaken. Oh, I've run out of the bits I need for that one. So now we'll go up to the Mark III belts, since I've got plenty of steel. Well, I've got some steel at least, which is better than the reinforced iron plates. Right, where is my... Oh, there's my coal supply. There's my coal mine up there. So I want to get to over... Well, anywhere on that belt, really, because then I can merge them. What's the landscape like around here? Apart from ignoring the sort of spitty, poisony thingies. That's not too bad. Yeah, okay. We'll just cross the lake. Let's see how it goes from there. There's also a maximum length for each chunk of belt, which is fair enough. Makes sort of sense, I guess. I don't have a problem with that. It's just something you need to deal with as you go. The good news is the giant balloon animal is not dangerous. He's quite friendly. Well, I say friendly. He keeps getting accidentally picked up by trains, or at least his species do. Right, and then here we go from there up. Can we climb the hill? Yeah. There we go. The nice thing about climbing hills with the jetpack is that you can, yes, you have a limited amount of travel with it, but you can, but when each time you land, it refills its fuel supply, so you can generally go up a hill within sort of a series of little hops. Right, so I'll put that there, and then link that to there. Suddenly, we've got 3 times as much coal available, and everything is going to be glorious. Right. Okay, so there we go. Let's let that flow through and then just check the aluminium seems to be happier. Or whichever stage this one is. This is what this is. Oh, the aluminium scrap. Right. So here comes the lots of coal. Plop, 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 plop. There we go. Now it's running constantly. Now we're getting... Hopefully we are now actually getting the 360 scrap per minute that we're hoping for, and that's going to mean everything's going to be able to run much, much better, and we'll be happy and glorious, and all of our aluminium problems will be solved. That's the hope, anyway. Yeah, that's filling up nice and quickly. But certainly filling up quicker than it's emptying. That seems to be staying... Well, it's filling up pretty quickly, but then there's going to be a lot in the pipes, so... having checked the numbers, and this machine does seem to now be running constantly, I'm cautiously optimistic that we are producing the aluminium scrap at the correct rate now. So that should mean over here these machines will all be working constantly. Now the question is, how much do they produce? So they produce... what are the numbers? So this is producing 120 per... Oh no, actually no, they were all supposed to be running flat out, weren't they? So each one of these is going to be making 60 per minute, so that's 240 per minute. Have I used the right belts for that? I've used belt 3s, which is indeed 270 per minute, right? So yes, I have used the right belts for this. So now this belt should be, well, the belt won't be completely full, but it'll be 24/27ths full, 8/9, which is pretty good, about 91%. So 91%. That's quite a big gap for 91% full. I don't approve. Yeah, the aluminium is hopefully now not a problem anymore. Let's go and find someone who's using it and see what's going on. So trundle back through here. Yeah, and it's... Oh, it's gone up to a faster belt here. That's why the belt looks kind of empty. This might be a 5 along here or a 4. It's kind of hard to tell. Unlike Factorio, where the belts are just different colours, which makes them really, really easy to tell apart. Here they've got various decorations on them, so they do look different. I'm sure if you play the game enough, you learn to tell them apart. I'm not quite at that point myself. So here we have a quantity of aluminium being loaded into a train. Fairly slowly. I do like the scale of stuff in Satisfactory. Everything feels big and chunky and impressive. Right, how much did you get? Talk to me, train. How much did you get? Hello? 116. It's not very much. Oh well. Especially if there's almost that many in there again already. This feels weird. I don't know why that got so little aluminium. Oh well, it'll probably be alright. Probably. So what's the next thing to check on? Where was I actually using all this aluminium? Oh, it was being used to make the funny frame, the fused frame things, which I needed for the leading edge production. But I also need the supercomputers. So let's go and quickly check on that, because I'm not sure how my supercomputer production has been going. They are, I mean, they're supposed to be being made over there in the computer production factory, but I know in the past it has been problematic. Basically because you need so many resources to make a supercomputer. It was all a bit iffy, even though in theory, well, no, I did the numbers for making the automated control units, and then I thought, hey, let's nick some of the computers in order to make super. No, don't go in that one. Somehow you can turn round in these vacuum tubes, which is quite handy. Otherwise, it would take me forever to get back from there. Very glad for that. Yeah, so up there somewhere we are, in theory, making supercomputers. I noticed a lot of yellow lights up there, and I'm hoping that's due to them being their outputs being full, not their inputs being empty. And I think it is. Yeah, it looks like that. Well, actually, this belt's very empty. What are you supposed to be? Are you supposed to be copper? Yes, you are. Why is there no... I may need to make more copper next time. The next question is, where are supercomputers being supercomputed? Is it here? No, you're just a normal computer, a mediocre computer, if you will. You're feeding them out that way, and then they're going up there. What do you do? Ah, supercomputers. Right, and where do you put them? You put them in here, where they get made into assembly director systems. Well, I can nick 43 of them, which is a start. The adaptive control units are not getting made. So this is what I'm talking about. There are shortages of things and shortage of computers up here. It seems we can't make the computers fast enough to satisfy anything. And it looks like that's due to a copper shortage. So I think that's going to be something to look into later. Slightly upsetting that I've only managed to get, no, it was 43. Yeah, 43 supercomputers when I needed 99. So, yeah, we're not quite there yet. A few more computers required, and that's, as I say, it seems to be a copper problem, which is very familiar to my Factorio brain. So we'll have to sort that at some point. However, one last thing, I think, before I finish, let's go and see how the new fused control, no, fused, the fusey things are working, are getting on. Ooh, can I make it over the top of it? Yes, but I was going to say, I know, I'll land on there to refuel my jetpack, and then I had some wild indecision and didn't work. And I'm now not going to have the momentum. No, I'm not going to have the fuel to get over there because I lost all my momentum. So we're going to have to touch down gently over here. And then, hopefully, find a way to get up there. Hopefully there is some sort of... Well, there's a pylon there. It's not plugged into anything, though, so that's not going to help. Can I use this? Can I use this from down here? No. No. That's probably why the pylon's there. It was originally plugged into something at the top. So I could just scrape together enough power to get up. This is also where it would be really, really useful to have a hotkey for switching between jetpacks. Because then I could use this one to get the first part of my altitude. Ow. And then use the other one when I want to get in range of the power. But that is not a thing, sadly. However, I can put in a piece of foundation like this as a step. So I fly up to here, refuel, then fly up. It's a silly system. But it gets me up here. And now I can switch over to my hover pack and get all the way up to the top. No, don't do that. Then I can come over here, and that's the machine over here. Well, that's the machine that's making the fused frames. That's the box they're going into. So let's have a quick look in there. And we made 46 of them. It's nearly there actually. So well done there. But until we got the computers, I can't really do anything with that anyway. Right, it is 11:15. I'm going to call that a night because I am. For some reason, I'm really tired. I mean, it's probably just that I haven't recovered properly from the weekend yet. And then I had a random insomnia on Monday. So yeah, a bit tired. So I'm gonna head off to bed now. So thank you very much for everyone who's been here. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. So next time, I'm going to be basically doing I'm going to be going out and finding some more copper patches. So there's going to be a few of those around, I'm sure. Oh God, this map's a mess. Who are you, copper? No, it's iron. There's a couple of copper, a little bit of copper there. Some chunkies. Oh yeah, those are a bit better. At least normal purity. So I can get, maybe go and get those copper patches, or are those copper? No, that's iron again. I'll go out and I'll find some more copper, get that coming into the system, and then hopefully that'll allow me to make the computers a bit quicker, keep everything running at the speed I would like it to be accustomed to. It's also get that up and working nicely, and then it's going to be a case of once I get the leading edge production research done, then I'll be able to start making I think the third thing across the top there. So I'll be able to put together a factory to start making those, and then there'll be another research to do to get the factory that starts making the nuclear pasta, I think it was called, the fourth thing across the top. So yeah, still plenty to do. I am probably maybe halfway through phase 4, although there might be a bit of idling time to try and get all of the bits and pieces we need. So Still quite a way to go, so I should be carrying on with that on next Wednesday. Meanwhile, there will be the usual Factorio K2SE catch-up videos on Friday and Saturday, and possibly Sunday if I talk too much, which I often do, and the usual K2SE stream on Monday as well. So don't forget to subscribe, make sure you come along to all of that stuff, because it'll all be great. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Good night, everyone. Good night, Sophia, and yes, everyone else who's here. Bye-bye.